hello, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Magical Girls? No? Okay. Hello, welcome to the stream. One second. You're alert. Aw, thank you. God, someday. Do you have to sign a contract? No contracts allowed, just accidental curses. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm realizing now that with my cowlick, my model looks really small and tiny on the just chatting screen, so I'm making her bigger to accommodate for that. Okay, cool. Now we're happy. Did you guys see the news about the new Madoka Magica movie? Madoka Magica fans, me, stay winning. I'm so excited. Madoka Magica is my favorite movie. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thank you for sticking around and watching after the rating party. I appreciate it. Today, we are going to be talking about my Magical Girl webcomic. Hold on, new movie. Yeah, new movie. I still haven't seen Rebellion yet. I need to watch Rebellion before I see this movie. It's just, they had all the episodes of the TV show on Netflix, but not the movie. So it's like, well, what do I do now? Check it out. So, oh my god, that's huge. What the fuck? Why is it so big? Get smaller. I keep accidentally clicking stuff that's like taking up the entire room and for some reason isn't locked into place yet. Okay. Hand. Yeah, so this, for those of you who have followed my comics for a while, is the icon that I used for Webtoon. Hey! What the heck? What the heck? So this is, I did get smaller. I matched it. So, oh boy, now the get smaller redeem takes up all the alert space though. If anyone does anything that triggers an alert, it's gonna take up the whole thing. Speaking of which, in theory, I have fixed the personal non-gift redeem on tits. Like, in theory, when someone becomes a subscriber themselves and doesn't gift it to someone, it should actually throw objects now, but I don't have the money to test it, so unfortunately someone is gonna have to be the guinea pig to potentially waste money on subscribing. Don't do it. It'll happen. Someone will test it out eventually. Just saying though, we probably fixed it. But Escapist Fiction is a long series. It was always meant to be a long series. However, for the Webtoons action contest, I made the I guess canon? I don't know how to describe it. The like actual introduction to the comic that I've had planned since I started writing it. Like, I knew in my head, this is how I want the introduction to the comic to go. I want it to start off, we're actually gonna read it, so I don't want to give too much away, but we're gonna start off with a fight scene, and then we're gonna end with the big reveal that gives you kind of like low-key the premise of the comic. And I did decide that we're gonna read it, by the way. It is a magical girl comic about a group of 6 high school students who become, not high school. God, I specifically, they're college students. I was specifically in my head like, Coolidge, yeah, they're college age. They're adults. I feel like as soon as I hit the age of like 16, I was like, yeah, I'm not writing about teenagers anymore. I'm exclusively writing about adults now, and I'm not going back on that, even if it is the trope to have the magical girls still be in grade school. And they become magical girls because of a curse accidentally created by the main character of the comic. and they have to find a way to break the curse, return to normal, while also not letting the entire world be taken over by the monsters from the magical girl story that gets brought to life. It is really exciting, and I will definitely talk about it more. However, for the people who haven't read it yet, I want to give people like some sort of context on what the comic is about. So, I have... Okay, so I'm just gonna do something weird here. So we're switching to the game screen, but we don't actually want to be on the game screen. We want to be right here. I just needed to do that so that Tits is targeting me in the right spot. We're gonna read the contest version of the comic. In theory, it should be pretty short. It is a mostly action comic, which means I'm gonna be scrolling pretty fast. And I also made it for a contest, which means, or not contest. The contest specifically said you could only have it be 1 episode long. So it is specifically 1 episode long, and you can only fit about 80 panels in a Webtoon upload because they limit you to 100 images. They always say that the only limit is like megabytes. Lag already? What? No! I didn't see it go red. Oh, that's sad. Oh, what was I gonna say? It was related to, oh, right. They always say, oh, you know, the limit is 20 megabytes. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the store, or the stream. Might be you. It's possible. I definitely keep an eye on the little colored square. So if, sometimes it could lag without it telling me though. It has done that before. Shoot, I totally lost my train of thought. Too much happened. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, oh my god, the stupid 20 megabytes thing. Webtoon's always like, there's no image limit. It's just like 20 megabytes is the total. It's a lie. You can only upload 100 images. They will block you after you upload 100 images. And like that does include the images, like if you upload a really long one and they slice it in half, that counts as 2 images. So there is a limit, and since panels can sometimes be pretty big and there are spaces in between them, you can really only fit like 80. So just that's a tip for anyone making webcomics. 80 panels is the maximum for Webtoon. Really excited. Me too! Okay, so I had to end the contest version of the comic in a really sad and unsatisfying way. Hold on, this is cropped wrong. You can still see a little bit of the taskbar. And I can promise you that the ending of like the beginning of the comic that I've had planned since the start was not supposed to be this sad. It's just, you know, since it's technically supposed to be a one-shot for the contest, I had to end it in a very final feeling way, which made the ending really depressing. It wasn't me, blame Webtoon. So yeah, here is my the little context for the comic. So the background, by the way, I bought off of, what's it called? Acon 3D? Acon? I think it is kind of like specifically SketchUp backgrounds for webcomic authors. Although all the backgrounds were colored by hand, I just needed someone to make something really quick. So, ooh, Escapist fiction. I still am really proud of this logo. I don't know how good it, like technically good it is, because, you know, speed read depression. God. Yeah, no, it does get like that. I'm not really all that great at graphic design, so when I make a logo, I'm like, hey, this actually kind of works. I get really excited. I love the little tangent I created here between the T and the F, where they kind of look like, you know, they're blending into each other. Just saying, I thought that was a stroke of genius. And the little paper background that I can put in to make things readable. I don't know. I feel like a professional graphic designer probably could have made something a bit more striking, but I think I did a bang-up job. So, ooh, the characters all sitting. And do I want to act this out? You're a graphic design student. You think it's really... Oh, thank you! Wait, did that work? I didn't hear it. Wait a minute. My headphones might not be working. Or perhaps... Ah, there we go. Okay, I can hear it now. That reminds me, though. You heard the... You didn't see... Oh! Oh, no. Did I turn it off? Wait. Oh, it's right here. I can't test this and see if it's working at the same time. Oh, yeah. Okay, you can see it. It was probably just really small. Yep, there it is. We are technical issuing. I told you guys about the hackers, right? Well, I told you guys on Discord. There has been a security breach of a lot of extensions on Twitch. And so before the stream, I removed a bunch of the extensions that I have. So I was a little worried that I might have accidentally broken tits by removing the extensions. I tried to only remove the ones I don't use, but there are 2 confirmed breaches and there is 1 unconfirmed breach because people are still getting hacked whether or not they have those particular extensions installed. And we don't know what the 3rd one is yet. So it's like... So yeah, if my account starts spamming links and I don't tell you, like, hey, I'm sending a link in chat now, don't click it. It's a hacked message. Yeah. If it happens, I will end the stream. I will reset my password. It does mean I won't be able to use bots or tits through the entire rest of the stream, though. So if it happens, don't redeem anything until the stream, until the next stream. I'm gonna turn on Lo-Fi Girl, though. I kind of forgot about the music. 1 second. Oh my god, and no, not this model! Not this model! Not this model! It is amazing that my... I gotta fix that, man. I'm gonna break my stream one day because it decided to load the supercomputer heavy model. For the people who are just watching the stream for the first time, that is my old model, and it is so big that it breaks my computer. So, VTuber model jump scare. Yeah! No, that model is responsible for crashing so many of my streams because it overloads my computer to load it. It's really bad. Oh, the pronoun extension. I don't know. I feel like the people have listed what extensions they use and nothing related to pronouns has ever come up, I think. The one issue is that there's a solid possibility that it might be, Streamlabs, which I do have, and I can't uninstall in order to run my stream properly. So, we'll see. Fingers crossed. I don't have any stream weaknesses at all. Yeah, now we've got some little background music. Let me know if it needs to be turned up at all. Jeez, that would be bad, right? So now we have some crying. Do I want to do the crying? I can. I can't do it right. It's, you know that, like, sort of, like, creepy, echoey sort of effect? In my mind, I'm imagining that's kind of what's going on here. It's like a somewhat inhuman sounding crying noise. So I tried talking to her, but she wouldn't. Sorry. The characters are already acting out of character. She wouldn't fucking try and talk to people. Tammy's #1 character trait in the comic is that she's got, like, crippling social anxiety. Whoa, someone's upset. I don't know. Doesn't sound quite human. Uh-oh. You know, the one thing about this comic is I did have to pad out so much of it just to hit the panel requirement. They, like, had a minimum panel requirement, right? And I could either severely miss the panel requirement or I could go way over, no in between, and I ended up going way over. We gotta go! Get your trinkets out! And so they run. How did I read Power Pills? I forget. I feel silly reading my own writing aloud. Oh no. A spirit! Ah, grab! Bloosh. She's kidnapping people! We have to help them! Everyone! Let's storm in! Riff Caleb. Yeah! So fun fact about the characters in the monster's hair in this scene. Every single one of them is a main character of my of one of my comics. I put Caleb in there specifically for the people who came from Power Pills, because low-key, you get bonus points in contests for the amount of people who comment, and I was kind of hoping that putting Caleb in would get a lot of comments going, oh my god, it's Caleb! I was trying to win! And then I ruined it by including those panels in the preview I put on my comic. Let's storm in! Oh, and then this... Okay, I was thinking about this before the stream. You know how long I had something like this in my head? I've been a fan of magical girls since, like, high school. I really like the idea of magical girls. And so in my head, I've always had this idea of what I wanted an in-comic magical girl transformation sequence to look like. And so being able to actually put this idea I've had in my head onto paper for, like, you know, something that's just been sitting there for 5 years is so cathartic. Good morning, hello, welcome to the stream, welcome. We're talking about magical girl comics today. And then the lighter, of course. They all have little trinkets, and I did change some of them. Oh my god, wait! I forgot that Ray's has a little gem in the center. Oh, I like that. I kind of want to keep that. I think that's a really good... Oh, sorry, I'm having a brain blast moment. I changed her trinket in the redesign to, like, this thing. Seeing magical girl transformations and drawing and not animation is a cool thing to see. Yeah, you get to be really creative with it, right? It's super fun. I do wish that, like, some of the things that I was thinking it would look like would come across better in drawings. Because, like, I'm just imagining how cool this would be in an animation where you can see the fire, like all of Joey's clothes would start off as, like, plasma and solidify. Like, I think that would be really cool to see in animation. If I had the free time, I would absolutely make animations to, like, not to promote the comic when it comes out. And then the pen. Melody's such an interesting character. She's such a stick in the mud. I have a lot of fun thinking about, like, writing her. I'm still working on the script. However, I've gotten the first 3 episodes written, and I think I'm ready to start working on the comic once I get the first 3 episodes made. Because I'm doing, like, I'm gonna do a massive comic dump when the comic first comes out. To imagine clothes made of plasma might be a tad uncomfortable. Oh, it's okay. The magical girl transformations are technically not canon. In my head, magical girl transformations are always like this big magical thing that's just, you know, for people watching the show. But in reality, the transformations are just kind of like ping, and then they're there. Hi, welcome. I decided to read through the comic after all. I'm talking about the plan for releasing the comic, which is I'm gonna make 3 super extra long episodes. They're probably going to be like 50 pages in length. Not that I, like, upload you can't really tell the individual sorry, we're talking about magical girl transformations. you don't see the pages because I make the pages in like print format and then break them apart for Webtoon. That's just kind of how you have to do things with webcomics. If you want to be able to print them in the future, because it's like a jigsaw puzzle, you know? You can always break apart a jigsaw puzzle, but you can't take a bunch of unrelated jigsaw puzzle pieces and mash them together in a way that looks good. The number one complaint I see on the Webtoon Unscrolled comics is how badly they handle negative space and how much, like, gutter space there is in the comic. Because the comics weren't made for being printed. And so they have to fit a bunch of unfitting jigsaw pieces together. It's just, yeah. Here's my other piece of note. If you enter a Webtoon contest, make the pages for print first. Do not make them in Webtoon format. For the action contest, I did actually make them in Webtoon format first, and I regret it because I want to print upon the summit, but I can't because I need to fit a round peg in a square hole or whatever. You hate the Webtoon format. Dude, I was reading a webcomic the other day on my phone, and like every single panel, whether it's like one line of dialogue with no action, was longer than my phone screen. I'm like, how are you supposed to enjoy reading these without going on the Webtoon page and zooming out like this much, you know? You like American Dragon with Jake's Dragon Up. Oh yeah! God, the magical girl transformations I love them. I will say, you can only watch so many magical girl episodes with transformation sequences in a row. Ben 10. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, I feel like people who like criticize how long magical girl transformations take are like not really understanding the difference between fiction and reality. I feel like the original yeah, it's hard. It's hard to determine how much space you want. I can never remember if you're supposed to space them further apart when you want it to be fast because it makes people scroll faster, or if you want to put them close together when the pacing's supposed to be fast because it feels like they're just boom, boom, boom happening one after the other. I don't know, the Webtoon format's a very tricky thing. I mean, it's fine in its own right. It's fine for what it needs to do. However, if you want to ever print your comic, you need to make it in print format first. Because the Webtoon format will look good no matter which format you start with. But the Webtoon format will not translate into the print format. You wonder if originals use more white space because they have to push out so many pages. It's possible. It's also possible that that's just like what the editors are told to tell people to do. Hello, welcome! I am currently reading through Escapist fiction in order to like give people a frame of reference for everything I'm gonna talk about so far. So we have all the magical girls. We're doing the transformations. We haven't gotten very far yet. Look at Nessa's shoes, by the way. Wait! I'm so obsessed. She just has like little plastic sea animals in them. New or old version? This is the old version because I don't have any pages made of the new version yet, but we will be talking about the new version after we finish reading. This is just to give people context. You refuse to make anything of your scroll format. You don't plan to print them. It's just the medium that suits the story better. You hate social media reach. Yeah, no, that's super fair. I think I still prefer the print format, but you know, I kind of feel like there's a happy medium if people want to, you know, like I think once you get to the point where every single panel of yours is longer than a phone screen, you're a little too into the Webtoon format and you need to go back a little bit more to printed format roots. I feel like there's a happy medium that you can reach where it's like, it's formatted like a print comic, but it's not totally a print comic because you can still read it on a phone. Yeah, true. Yeah. I don't want to like say the name of the comic that I'm talking about out loud, but it is a pretty, I would say it's a good comic, but it did give me negative feelings that I didn't like for a while I was reading it. I think it's a very hopeless comic, and if you read it for too long, don't binge read it. It's really good. Don't binge read it. It messes with your head in a really bad way. Yay, Magical Girl pose edits ruined by the water. Shout out to Nessa, by the way. I don't know if anyone caught it. But Nessa is literally just like bending the water around her so she doesn't get hit. Meanwhile, everyone else is getting bowled over. Should go back to two kinds. Ooh, I don't know if I've heard that one. I read so many comics, but so I binge read comics and then I don't touch them for like 2 to 3 years, and then I come back and reread from the beginning. I like to read things in one sitting. I don't know, I think it's better. I love that Nessa probably absolutely could have helped all the other teammates, and she just chose not to. We've got a projector! Tears! Oh god. Oh my god, I forgot that their names have been changed too. Sonar, cover! We are going to talk about it later. But, I did change all of their names. I have been removing syllables from their names for months now. They keep getting shorter. Soon they're just gonna be a single letter. Spirit types. Yeah, actually, you know, I should maybe bring that back. Oh my god, why is my phone buzzing? Stop it. What could you possibly have to say that's more important than this stream? Oh, it's my friend texting me. Okay, I like my friend. I take back my negative talk. The shifted. What happened to the model? Oh, did my soul leave my body? It does that. On it. Look at Melody here, who's like, ugh, what a mess I've just created. Ariel, spot her! Figured. Joey's face. Who dares bother me to— oh, hi! Yeah! I thought it was Duolingo. If it was Duolingo, I would have been justified. Everyone else? Rescue the citizens. Sob! I'll take that! Lunge. Nope! Pow! Hunting owl tonight. God, yeah. I hit a 400-day streak the other day, by the way, just saying. I have kept my Duolingo streak going for over a year, and I'm very proud of myself. Holy shit. Yeah, I feel like I've learned nothing. I really feel like I've learned nothing. I've been trying to learn Japanese, because a lot of career opportunities open up for you when you can speak Japanese in the VTuber space. Once I learn Japanese, I'm learning Korean for the exact same reason. It's just for webtoons or webcomics instead. Webcomics and animation. Like, I don't know if I'm sure animators aren't expected to know Korean. However, I feel like just because, you work with people in Korea a lot as an animator, I just feel like I should learn. Duo's probably not the best language learning app. Yeah, probably not. But it is, you know, the price is right. Free. Duolingo feels weird to use sometimes because it'll have the most ridiculous sentences. Very true. God, yeah. No, it's not great, but it does teach you enough of the words in that, like, once I learn enough basic vocabulary, I'll probably be able to start watching, like, Japanese VTuber clips and start, like, actually learning the language, you know? Like, I can use the clips to slowly work in real-world knowledge of how these words are actually used, you know? It's still enough to get started. Yeah! Yeah! I will not be able to use VTuber clips to try and learn Korean, though. I don't think it's very big in Korea. Oh, there might be some out there. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're reading escapist fiction today. Ray is punching a dude. No, that's a kick. Wrong limb. She's punching with her foot. Boom. Yeah, we're reading through it to give people context as to like what I'm gonna be talking about soon. Oh, don't bonk me! And then there's Joey. Look at them giving each other a high five. I love when teams get along. I love friendship. Yippee! Friendship! Bloosh. Okay. I can give you guys a rundown of each of the characters that come up. So this is Simon. He is the main character of Phantom Pains, which is a story I've had for a really long time. It's a story about a guy who has like a birthmark that he's had on his forehead all his life, and then like at a certain point it starts hurting him really bad and he starts getting flashbacks to memories of a different life. It's based off of that one belief that like birthmarks are where you were killed in a different life, and so he starts flashing back to the death of his previous life, and then a girl he meets at a coffee shop just shows up at his house and goes, "Hey, you look exactly like my dad who was murdered a while back." And it turns out he's the reincarnation of this girl's dad, and they have to solve the mystery of his murder together. It's a fun idea that I'd like to work on sometime, but I don't even know who the killer is at this point. I wanted it to be realistic fiction with just a little bit of supernatural, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of do want them to unlock some sort of supernatural underbelly of the world or something. What would a magical girl story be without friendship? Exactly! Escapist fiction is the story about a girl who is really super lonely and then learns how to actually be friends with people for once in her life. It is very much a story about friendship. Hello! Welcome to the stream! Welcome! As long as it doesn't turn into a problematic romance. Do you know me? I avoid romance at every possible turn. I hate romance stories. The best mystery one where not even the author knows who the culprit is. We're figuring it out as we go along. Wait, I could get there. I have drawings of them. Hold on. Wait, can I get an image of them? This is turning into me just gushing about all my comics. I don't know if I've ever drawn. I haven't drawn the daughter, but I have drawn. Oh shoot, where's the folder for it? Here. We signed up for Gush Away. Aw, thank you. Okay, so this is. So I did go with like. So this is Simon, and then his previous life is Jacob. It's like symbolic or something. I don't know. Let me see if I have a, I think the daughter's name is Nadia. I don't have any drawings of her, but you know what I do have a drawing of? I have a drawing of her from my very own character designer. So this is Nadia as drawn by vBook's designer Webcomic. This is like the only non-reference sheet art of her I have, I think. You're obsessed with the way. Aw, thank you. I'm excited about so many stories. Stares at her respectfully. Yeah, she's very fun. The fun thing about them that you don't really get from seeing these images, because only one of them, like how much she looks like. Yeah, wait, hold on. References. OCs. It gets even more like on the nose when you see them together. Is I went out of my way to give them all the exact same eyes. Don't worry about the buttons on Nadia's jacket. So yeah, no, they do very much like look alike. So Nadia's dad died when she was like a baby, but she's been researching his death for pretty much all her life. Yeah, you're gonna steal that tea from her. That's fine. She works at a coffee shop. I'm sure she got it for free. She's a barista. So yeah, that's Phantom Pains. That's this guy. He's actually like a really big kind of grumpy stick in the mud who doesn't believe in supernatural stuff or whatever. Like he's a big scientist doing like Dr. Frankenstein shit in his basement. Like he's one of those, I'm so smart that I don't need to go. God, he really is like Dr. Frankenstein. He's one of those people who's like, I'm so smart that I don't even need to go to college, but like he does still have a degree. He is a little bitch. I count 8 humans to save, not including the one Ash just got. Ash, I think, is the only one whose magical girl name did not change. I'm pretty sure Ash is still the same. Yeah! Oh my god, wait, I love that combo. That's the only combo of emojis I'm allowing on my channel from now on. Ash is a perfect name. Yeah! I mean, it's so simple. It's one syllable. So the things that I did is I made everyone's name 1 syllable long, and I made sure that every name has a distinct letter sound to the start of their names, so that every name is super distinct and easy to remember. Scientist that doesn't believe in supernatural trapped inside a monster with multiple superheroes to get safe. It's okay, he's passed out. Also, this is definitely not canon to his universe. You don't have the... Yes, yes! Post me going crazy with magic, yes! I will destroy everyone. Krr, 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 krr. Ah! Krush! Salt water, you'll electrocute everyone. Yeah, thanks. You know how close I am to just making Melody's earth magic look exactly like Full Metal Alchemist's alchemy. God, drawing rocks is so hard, and there's already a perfect example of how to do it. Like, I'm just gonna steal that one. Book showing us all the dark details of escapist fiction. Yeah! Well, I'm gonna try and keep something secret. I think you should. Yeah, I wonder, I'll try and make it distinct, but I think it's a good starting point if I want to, like, look at how best to actually make rock look like rock. Discount emoji. That works! That works! I'll take it! Would be funny if he doesn't believe it's supernatural stuff in a magical girl world. He just always doesn't see it like the mother of Phineas and Please, I would love a Phineas and Ferb. Wait. Can we take it a step further? I want like one of those universes where literally everyone is actually secretly like a supernatural creature or has powers, and there's just one guy who doesn't realize that's the type of universe he lives in because he's never seen anyone use powers before. Because it's always just like some weird Phineas and Ferb curse. Someone make that. I don't know how you would turn it into a story. I just need it. That's his... It might be. Did I read this yet? Salt water. You'll electrocute everyone. Yeah, thanks. Go get him! Without using your powers, of course. Ah! His power is pretending everything is fine. Sounds like a slice... Oh, that would be a good slice of life comic. You forgot the show, but there's one old isekai where the magic MC is just normal and can't see or interact with magic. Oh god. Dude, I would be so sad if I was born into a world like that and then I was the only one who couldn't see magic. I would be so sad. Oh, epic backflip splash. Okay, this is Laurel. You guys know Laurel. If you've read my comics, this is the main character of The Wrong Questions. I don't know how she got returned to her human form. Don't worry about it. Actually, I do know. She does get returned to her human form if I ever get around to making the sequel, which is called The Human Dreamwalker. It's something that I've had in mind for a while. It follows a girl named Ivy. Get it? Ivy and Laurel. Who, Ivy has, like, the powers of a dreamwalker, which is something that's very, Laurel survived only to be stuck in a water monster. Maybe she's just a monster magnet. Maybe that's her power. Should call her Yanny. Oh god, that's old internet lore. Was I gonna say anything? So Ivy gets infected by Rook, but she, for whatever reason, has the powers of a dreamwalker and manages to turn Laurel back into a human and causes Rook to go, what the fuck? And then leave immediately. And so she's just stuck with this super traumatized girl who was a victim of Rook, and they have to, like, take him down together. Hate Laurel and Yanny so much. You hate Braids, you hate God! So the one thing about the Yanny-Laurel situation is I was able to really easily switch between which one it sounded like. You know? But the dress? I've never been able to see the dress as blue and black. No matter what screen I look at it on, it always looks white and gold to me. Don't fucking get the dress. I could never switch! I could never switch either! Did say it might have been in the dreamscape because of a near-death experience. You're imagining this is why she got trapped. That's possible. It's always looked white and gold! Oh, thank you for the bits! Thank you! Oh god! Oh god! Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! Ow! 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 Could do the Laurel Yanny thing. What are you talking about when you say it's blue? Is that 3 people in this chat who, including me, who see the dress as white and gold and can't switch? That's wild. All of my friends saw it as blue and black. There was someone who applied a filter to the dress to show it in both versions clearly. That was the only way you were able to see it in blue and black. Yeah, wait, that's 4 people in chat who couldn't see the blue and black. I'm vindicated. I'm vindicated! You can only see blue and black. Oh, it's so annoying. The people who say they could see both. The people who can say they could see both make me so mad because I'm like, I want to see both. I'm an artist and you're telling me my eyes can't do that? Can't see the white one at all. I really wonder, because it's a thing that has to do with how your eyes process light, right? Like, the reason why people were seeing the dress as blue and black versus white and gold had to do with, like, how their eyes took in the context clues around the scene and worked it into the dress. I wonder what makes the difference between the two dresses. Like genuinely. There's that version that makes the dress look a lot darker. Yeah, no, literally, it's just white and gold, but darker. I know exactly which one you're talking about, and you're so right. It doesn't do anything. Color theory is color theory. Oh my god, we're gonna talk about color theory later on. We are. I'm excited. Oh, we've got a new guy. So this is Victor. Victor is actually also from a magical girl style comic. It's from a comic called In Character, and it is about a bunch of college theater students who are recruited into a theater program because they are the reincarnated versions of fairy tale characters, and then like they can turn into those fairy tale characters and they get like the magic powers that are related to those fairy tale characters. So oh, Victor, no, this guy is older than Dan. I've had him for longer than I've had Dan, I'm pretty sure. So hold on. So, oh my god, where is it? It should be in this folder. In character. Okay, I used a base for these. So here's the main character. They go from order of importance right to left because I'm left-handed and I start things on the right when I draw usually. It's a fairy tale lover, you're going crazy. Isn't it such a fun idea? Look at how old these are. These like predate Power Pills. This is such an old story. You have so many stories. God, I wish my biggest dream is to get enough money to like have a proper studio so I can make all my stories. So Victor, the main character, is Frankenstein's monster. We have the Little Mermaid character, and then we have a Jekyll and Hyde character, and he's really fun because while everybody else can control their magical girl version, he like literally just straight up turns into Hyde and loses control of himself when he turns into his magical girl version. So it's like really stressful and intense for him, and he hates it, and I love angsty Jekyll and Hyde characters so much. Then we have these guys. We have Kronos, Midas, Cinderella, and the final ones. Alice in Wonderland, of course, because when am I ever going to do anything except Alice? Like, I have to include Alice in Wonderland in a fairy tale thing. It is my thing. His magical girl version is him flipping the evils. I understood that reference. I've never seen the show, but I've watched a video essay summarizing it. It's Vampire Diaries, right? I have to do Alice in Wonderland. I can't not. Mark my words, as soon as I have free time again, I'm giving myself an Alice in Wonderland outfit. It's happening eventually. So we have the Phantom of the Opera, and we have Sleeping Beauty, and those are our main cast. Hold on, I can get a... Yeah, the vampires... It's so goofy. I think it's the video is like... I swear to God, YouTube tries to force me to watch it every 3 months, but it's that Jenny Nicholson video where she just like goes through all of Vampire Diaries, and I'm like watching it like, what the fuck is happening in this show? Jackie, I don't know where that name even came from. I guess that's if you combine her first and last name. Jackie and Hyde. You watch that with Honey. Oh my God, the Jenny Nicholson. Oh my God. I feel like Hani and I have a very similar taste in YouTube videos because we have absolutely recommended, or like I've talked about a video essay and he's gone, oh, I've seen that, and vice versa. I'm glad that we can share our interests like this. I love when I find another video essay fan. Okay, it's in here somewhere. In character. So I drew... So here's an image of all of them with their... You can tell how old this is because I'm still doing anime eyes. This is like 2014 art. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I'm talking about In Character, which is a story that I made a long time ago. Like, this is so old. So old. I stopped drawing like this so long ago. Like, this is before my My Little Pony eyes era. I have exactly maybe one or two images of Power Pills that are drawn in this style. And it's this one. Let me see if I can find it. Look at this. I'm gonna blow some dust off of that. It's such an old drawing. Look at it. Avery somehow managed to get less emo over time, and I don't know how. I'm so proud of him. God, me too. I think part of it is I kind of realized how fucking awful having piercings would be with his powers, and I was like, oh. Yeah, this guy can't have piercings. 2016 Tumblr Boy energy. He's such an emo kid. Like, I kept his checkered Vans, but like all the accessories I got rid of, but he's so emo boy core. To be fair, the comic does take place in 2014, so it like makes sense to have an emo character. Would he even be able to? No! In my mind, what he would have to do to have piercings is like jab them into his face or into his head, and then like his ears would heal around them, so it'd be really painful to get them out too. Like, he would have to put himself through so much pain just to have piercings, and it's like, is that worth it? No, it's not. Ow, ow. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely not. So this is the other drawing. I drew this much more recently. I just wanted to revisit. Going through the pain to look swag. Maybe after he's had his powers for like 20 years or something, he'd have a high enough pain tolerance for that. Like their eyes. Thank you. Wait, how did I color them? Oh, this is kind of how I'm coloring eyes for Escapist fiction. The reboot. Look at, they look so grown up and nice. Look at how nice they look. I ended up changing Evelyn's hair because she looked too much like Kate, and I was like, ah, God. And I think pretty much everyone else stayed the same. Such good colors. Thank you! I have a lot of, it's honestly like figuring out how to make eyes look really nice without sacrificing too much time to draw them is a lot of fun. And I did that with Escapist fiction. That was like one of my big things, is I wanted really nice looking eyes that didn't take too long. Shout out to the fucking motion blur. She's getting fucking yeeted. Whoosh. Catch, grab, brush, jab. God, look at this. That monster's eyes are nothing but water. She just shoved her hands into like 2 giant pools of water. There is no substance to those. Oh, yeah, no, bye, Laurel. Splish. Oh, don't bonk me. We're looking good. Let me know when it's time for the zap. Will do. I don't think she does. I don't think she does this. Bloosh. Drop, drop. Oh, okay. Here we have another character. You've seen this. This is Laurel, or not Laurel. This is Telly. This is Thelxipia. She's in her day 2 outfit. You, occasionally the expressions you draw remind me so. Wait, which expression? You know, it does make sense though. You know how, oh, is it this one? My favorite thing is when I drew those like characters and I was like, oh man, look at how I was, you know, one thing I was sending it and I was like, God, I hope people don't think this looks like just, you know, the Cal art style. And then everyone was like, that's Pop Tropica. And I was like, what? So it turns out that my style that like low-key tries to replicate modern day cartoon art styles, the Cal art style, is just Pop Tropica. You can tell my inspiration. Look, I want to make this a series someday, but I don't have time. They're little creativity imps, aren't they cute? And this is the one everyone was like, that's Pop Tropica! Art is such the biggest. God, I was such a huge fan of Pop Tropica as a kid. I loved Pop Tropica. I think it's on Flashpoint. I would love to do a Pop Tropica stream one of these days. You know what I really want to do is an idea for something I've had since high school, but I didn't have any friends who like were able to record it. So I might drag ramble into this. I want to do Pop Tropica races. Like, I want to gather a bunch of people together and I want to pick a Pop Tropica island and I want all of us to stream it at the same time and we see who can beat the island first, and I will beat them on early Pop Tropica. Not to like be that person, but I could absolutely like get a speedrun record for early Pop Tropica if I wanted to. I might have as a kid. I played that. So do you guys remember Pop Tropica? Were any of you guys old enough to remember when Pop Tropica was literally just one island? Like, it used to be. You had early Pop Tropica, and that was it. There were no more islands. So I would play early Pop Tropica over and over and over and over again as a kid. I have that entire map memorized. I know it like the back of my fucking hand. God, me with Wizard 101. I played Wizard 101 a lot too, but I don't think it was nearly as much as Pop Tropica. Played it a bit when you were younger, but not religiously. God, I remember when they let you, or finally implemented a way to replay islands without making a new account. It was magical. It took them like 4 or 5 islands before they finally implemented that, by the way. Like, if you beat one island, you were done. You couldn't go back. You remade so many wizards thinking somehow they'd let me through the paywall. God, that's such a mood. I remember when I got a gift card that would let me unlock Firecat Alley, and I was so excited because I was like, I have a whole new place to explore! So yeah, no, these are the creativity imps. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do it, but, you know, these are artist, author, muse, actor, marketing, VTuber. These are like all my little creativity things, and they're supposed to be like little comics talking about, you know, me and my creative process, sort of. Here, I made one. Oh my god, why are these so big? Stop it! I actually made 2, but I don't know if the 2 is very good. It's just like an introduction. Uh-oh, she's fast asleep and this commission is due tomorrow! There's only one thing to do. I love this kazoo. It's actually supposed to be more like a bow. Deeply I couldn't find it for a second. I was like, oh no, the comedic timing's ruined. I was excited to see. Obviously I had to use the kazoo. What did I spend that money for? This is just like a cute like introduction. I am the artist. I help the creator draw. I'm author. I like to write. No, not you. How do you help the creator? Oh, I help her write. Could use more excitement, but it'll do. We're creativity imps. Aw, cute, right? It's just an introduction comic. It's not anything special. It's a cute little comic idea, but I don't have the free time for it. Still cute. Thank you. Okay, right, back to the comic. I keep getting just, they're so baby and squishable. I have been thinking about making like a 4-coma style comic. But bunny, oh my god, bunny ears are gonna take so long. Okay, one sec. Bloop. VTube Studio, where is it? I gotta turn the layer off so you can't see me do this. Bun ears. Wait a minute, do I have a toggle for this? Oh, I don't. Shoot, okay. Bunny. Would it be under rabbit? No, brown bunny ear. That's not a fun color. Pink bunny ear, now that's a fun color. Okay. All right, we're gonna figure this out. I don't want them to be too big. Otherwise, like, they'll go off the screen when I move my head. I think they're gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna be really low for the rest of the stream. This is the one danger of having bunny ears. Okay, and then I need to flip this. Okay. Scale. Okay. Bunny. Didn't I have... Yeah, but these ones move. Oh my god. No, the right one is so much bigger than the left one. Hold on. It keeps getting bigger when I turn my head. What the heck? Okay, fine. Bunny! Bunny! I love the bunny ears. Aren't they fun? I love that live 2D objects are a thing now. Mark my words, I'm gonna make so many live 2D objects when I have the free time for it. Okay, bloosh! Drop. Oh, we read this already. How many left? 3. Oh, we got this. Oh yeah, this is another thing I changed, but they all, at the current moment, have like their source of power, the things that like turn into different objects are all like a sort of piece of jewelry that they have. Ray is missing hers. Hers is supposed to be a bracelet. Tammy's is that choker. Nessa's is the ring. It's basically the same as their trinkets, except Joey just has this like clip that attaches to their waistband, and I don't. That was it was the best thing I could come up with that was similar to a lighter. Charge! Leap! Shook! Rip! So visceral. Yeah, you were looking for them in your reread. Yeah, I changed how they worked. I think they're a lot better now. Well, you love the sound effects? Thank you, I'm doing my best. Sha! This is too much water! Sorry. Smack! Yeah, you really like the new system. Yeah, you guys will see. I like totally redesigned the outfits. Slam! Slump. Dead. Kill their ass! No, Dad! Joey! Ash! Oh. Oh, Melody has a brooch. Okay, that's hers. Leap. Smash! The fucking pog. That's an excited face if I've ever seen one. Sob, wail, cry. Now! Dive. I don't know, Iron Man flying. Or no. Who's the one who flies like this? It's... Does the Human Torch ever fly like this? Can't... They look like one of those fish, you can't remember which, but the ones with the stupid long faces. I think I know what you're talking about. I think Fire would expect this as a result of charging it. Well, to be fair, that just means that they can't really use their powers against the water, but like, they could still make it steam. I would say at great cost to them, but you know what? I don't think that Joey can actually be burned by a fire. I think that fire immunity probably does in fact come with fire powers. And then, you know, Nessa's like straight up just a surfer. That's like how she uses her powers. Oh, this is Mitch from the Valorine Manor. I don't need to go too much into detail on that because if you've looked at my YouTube channel, you've seen the Valorine Manor. This! Actually, you know what? It's really funny that Nessa is the one saving her because her name is Anissa. She goes by Nissa. She is a witch who, this is actually a high school story. She is a witch at a high school who like really wants to date someone. And so she keeps trying different spells to try and make herself fall in love with people because the problem is she's never had a crush on anyone before, but she really wants to date someone. And like, I'm sure if you know even a little bit about me, you know exactly where this story is going and how it ends for her. I tried. It was going to be the next comic I worked on, but in the end, I just wasn't in the right mental state to write it at the time, and so it's kind of gotta wait. Hiss! And then this. This is Mary. So she is my very first OC that was not just a self-insert of me. She's from like an old story that I've been making since I was in elementary school called Journey. And she is a I don't know how to describe it. So Journey is kind of a story about how a group of 5 characters, 5 orphans are born into Like, you know, they're just like in various orphanages, and then they all escape and meet up, and then they, like, I don't know, have to travel somewhere. I'm gonna be honest, kid me did not really think the story through very well. But like in earlier incarnations, they could shapeshift, and I am born in the year of the tiger, so I've always really liked tigers. So of course, this character had to be able to shapeshift into a tiger. That was her animal. Her name used to be Mallory, but I've changed the story to a, like, medieval sort of style, maybe like Industrial Revolution time period story. So her name had to be changed because no one was named Mallory back then. Don't even know what year you were born in. Oh, Rooster. Such a mood looking back on old stories ago. Okay, yeah, there was something cool here, but this sucks ass. Yeah, there's no plot. But God, do I love these characters. They have such a special place in my heart. They're so special to me, and I want to do something with them eventually, but God, I don't have a story yet. Okay, where are they? Other? They might be in other. By the way, I just looked at, you know, the Tiffany problem that people say, like, you know, Tiffany was a common name in medieval times, but no one actually did anything with that. Yeah, I looked at that and I said, no, fuck you. I'm naming my character Tiffany. I don't know if that says anything about, like, accurate to time periods, or just that Tiffany is seen as an old girl, like an old woman name now. Like, I feel like maybe the Tiffany problem isn't such a big problem anymore because no one's named Tiffany anymore. So you have Mary, Nellie, Lewis, Henry, and Tiffany. So the first four are orphans, and then Tiffany actually just has, like, a really bad mom. And she lives in a rich family, but she, like, escapes because she wants to have an adventure. The Tiffany's, they're endangered! They are! Save the Tiffany's. Look at that cool action pose that Ray's got. Look at that. So they all have two different forms that their weapons can take in the old version. They have the weapon form, and then they have the staff form. Ray used her staff form because it's kind of shaped like a shepherd's crook, and she was able to, like, loop it around the guy's stomach. But, obviously, Joey is blowing out their sword when it's always on fire. It doesn't blow out. Fuck off. I love Joey. I love Joey so much. Spirit. Glow. Ooh, see, that's how it turns into the weapon. You love Joey so much. Joey is such a fun character. They're so good. They're the third most. I like have like an internal ranking in my head of which characters are the most important for the plot. And Joey is the third most important after Tammy, obviously, because she's the leader, and then Ray, because Ray is, like, literally supposed to be the opposite of Tammy. She's chill, she's calm, cool, collected, and she's, like, really good with people. She's the complete opposite of Tammy. And then Joey is just, like, high priority because they're fun. Joey's just so tender. Good! I was trying really, really hard to make it hard to tell what gender Joey is. That was my biggest goal with their design. Ooh, a lightning bolt zap! Fun fact, I probably would have made Tammy's weapon either a hammer for Thor or a spear for Zeus. If it had not already. Nessa has like a spearing object. She has a trident. Oh, except I changed it. And Melody is the one who has the hammer. So I couldn't use either of those. I should give... Maybe... I kind of want to give Nessa the trident back. I think that's a way better weapon than what I've actually given her. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Is that too generic of a weapon? Boom! And then tap, tap, tap. There they are, standing in a circle. Ooh! Vengeful emotions. Leave this poor human. and let them feel peace again for good. Yeah, look at that. Look at Tammy's staff. Did anyone notice that it's supposed to look like a plasma ball? I adore Tammy's. It's oh, that's like, isn't it fun? It's such a shame they don't get staffs in the remake. Because the plasma ball staff is so fun. I just reminded you of something, but yeah, plasma ball. Or like, technically it's supposed to be like a Tesla coil with a plasma ball on top. Yeah, plasma ball Tesla coil. That's what's going on with Tammy's staff. Bzam! And then obviously Joey's got a torch. Nessa's got like a fishbone tooth weapon. While we're still reading. Yeah, we're just about done. I had to go through every single OC that popped up in the background because they're all different stories and I love talking about them too. Zam! Ching! Pash! Zam! And then the glow dissipates. Oh yeah, you can really see the torch here because there's the burnt out wick. Do they call the part of a torch that burns a wick? What do they call it? And then like the magic recedes and oh no, what's going on with her face? We'll find out very soon. I can promise you this character does have a canon design and there is a reason why her face is blurred out like this. Tammy grabs the shiny orb. Hi, you just got a sick fan art idea, but you know how you've got a thing about— Oh no, that's just for like human skeletons. I'm totally fine with inhuman skeletons. Yes, thank you. And it's really just skulls. Like human skulls I don't like. Got it. Yeah! Thank you for the idea of drawing fan art. I'm like doing the Discord thing where I put my two fingers together in an ooh face. You're remarking about mystery. Oh, yes, hello! Oh, mystery, yes, the Gloria thing. Yeah, we'll find out very soon. But also mystery is here. Yeah, that's it! That's the face I'm making! That's the face I make whenever people tell me that they're making fan art. Cause I don't know exactly how to respond sometimes. Cause I'm like, thank you for drawing fan art, you definitely don't need to. I'm like, if I act too excited, people will think I'm begging for fan art. But if I don't act excited enough, they won't think I'm grateful. What it's like, don't you love social anxiety? I do the exact same fucking thing when people donate to me, by the way. Have you guys ever noticed that? I like don't know how to react when people donate because I'm like, I'm thankful for the money, but I don't want people to think that I'm too thankful because then they'll think I just want money and don't care about them as a person. And it's like, I hate social anxiety so much. If you don't cry and scream at sob over your fan or you're unsubscribing. No, I will. It's called the Wick, and you know that exclusively because of Torchwick being the name of— Torchwick! I know that. I've heard that before. Maybe— Oh, now Ray's got her bracelet. Now I remember it. Okay, wait. So then Tammy bonks the orb and it dissolves into space. Woo! I'm so looking forward to figuring out how to make these look more fun in the future. Like, I love the way that they look now, but I really, really, really want them to look like really mysterious and kind of creepy in the future. Here's the depression speedrun. Oh god, yeah, no, it's so jarring. What emotion is it? Loneliness. No, it's okay. I just need to grab my bag. Huh? Oh, no. It was all fake. Hey, Tammy. Gonna be out late tonight. My friends and I are studying together. Okay. Right. See you around. Got it, let's go. Your roommate's still in there? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever seen her leave. So here's the problem with Tammy and Ray. The reason why they've never been able to be friends in the real world is that Ray, while she's really good with people, she can come off as kind of standoffish if you don't, like, show that you're interested in being friends with her first. And Tammy is too scared of people to act like she wants to be friends with Ray. So Ray thinks Tammy hates her. And Tammy thinks Ray hates her. They both think they hate each other. It's just such a horrible series of coincidences that has made them like this. No, I know, it's so sad. If Tammy had just been a little bit warmer to her, they'd be friends. It's so sad. Trembling. Clunk. Shift. So fun fact, by the way, I don't know if any of you guys recognize it, but in order to save time and like make things way faster, shaking Tammy by the shoulders, come on girl, literally. I just reused the 3D model that I have for Guy and Caleb's room. Like, they're literally just in Guy and Caleb's room right now. Dude, like, it's a different color. It's colored differently, but it is the same. She gets up. She opens the window. Yeah. Yes, I don't. Can I just say, getting the export of this shot was so fucking hard. There's a reason why the line art is so thick, and it's because I could not figure out how to get this thing to export this tall without being like 400 megabytes. Look, there's Melody, there's Ray, there's Nessa, there's Joey, and that's the end. Look at this. I still like this drawing. This is cute. Okay, so now you have the context, which means that we can actually talk about the comic now. How long has it been? Well, I started late, so it's only been like an hour. We're on schedule. So I have a bunch of drawings here. We're gonna go through all the different characters of the story. It's really neat. Thank you! So we have all the different characters here. It's been an hour and a half according to Twitch. Oh my god, wait, did you see how the ears? Wait, look at the ears when I did that! That's so good! I love that! Oh my god! Is it the eyebrow raise or the eye open? I can't raise my eyebrows without opening my eyes really wide. I just watched that happen though. You said like, oh, it's been an hour and a half, and I was like looking at the chat, but my model is right next to it. And so I just saw myself go, oh. I was like, oh my god. Oh, I'm kind of sad that they don't droop when you get sad though. Love how Joey and Nessa sort of look like that in regards of what their form they're in. Oh! Yeah, so this is actually the old design. We're going over the design. So we're starting with the designs that I went with for the comic. So you'll see this is Tammy. This is the main character. Her outfit changed a lot because her signature color, they all have signature colors and they make a full rainbow when you put them all together, is yellow. And her outfit didn't have any yellow on it. Because I hate the color yellow. But also, like, I was like, I need to fix that. Joey did not change much, I can say. Melody did not change much. Ray did not change much. Gloria did not change much. I think it's just these two whose designs got, like, totally revamped. So we have Ray, and then they have two different eye colors. I'll explain a bit more later why. But these are like the main characters, and you'll see this is the girl from the final couple panels. This is what the monster turned into. Remember how her face was censored? But she still got the same outfit on. This is Gloria. We'll talk about her more when she comes up. And then here are the magical girl costumes, and we're gonna have an awesome transition going from the old costumes to the new ones. What's Gloria's problem? Oh god. It's that she was added to the cast of Escapist fiction, like right before the comic is brought to life. So she doesn't have like even the semblance of a character backstory. Like all the other characters at least have some sort of history written for them. She has nothing. And so she like freaks the fuck out. Yeah, no, she's fun. She's super angsty. So Tammy is like super, you know, I liked her design, but I kind of thought that the yellow needed to be really broken up. But you could see, so here's the thing. When I drew that big group shot of all of them together in the comic, I couldn't help but think to myself, their colors look so bad all put together. And so I was like, I need to do something about this. I need to make them look more cohesive and more like the same group of magical girls. And I also need to make their colors work together more. So like, I took the basic concept of all of these. Nessa's another one who has way too much unbroken color there. And I created a rule for myself. So they're all following kind of more of like, time lapse. Oh yeah, we could go over their old names. So we have Ether, Ariel, Ash. Immediate problem. That's 3 A names in a row. That is a problem. You don't want that. Then we have Emerald, which is 3 syllables. That's way too many. Sonar, which doesn't make sense because her powers don't have any sonar capabilities. They used to, but they don't anymore. And Time Lapse, which was the best I could come up with. Oh yeah, they all have different elements. So, we have the basic 4. We have air, fire, earth, water. Obviously that's, Ray, Joey, Melody, and, Nessa. Me naming 4 different characters in one of my stories that start with V, but refusing to be... You know what? That's so fair. Shout out to Kate and Tate, by the way, in Powerfill. I didn't think about that at all. Kate and Fury. Like, why would I ever think about Tate when I was naming Kate? Like, she's in a totally different book. The amount of times I've said the ship name for Christy and Kate. Don't worry about that. It's definitely not spoiling anything. And people think that it's a ship of Christy and Tate. It was so ridiculous. I made such a bad decision naming them. Don't worry about that. I didn't just spoil anything. It's okay. Oh no. Yeah, it's... I'll do something about it eventually. No, I won't. What am I talking about? Their names are already out. Like, I can't change them now. Whoopsies! Can't even think of a specific time they talk. Oh, it's... You mean Kate and Christy? They did have training day, which was like a full, oh god, I didn't set this up at all. I need to like actually introduce the fact that they might have crushes on each other. Do something about them. Eventually, Booker, you gonna kill someone off? No! Every time I think about killing off a character, I get sad because it means I can't write them again. Kate and Tate. Oh, they do train. Kate trains everyone, but we haven't seen them interact in comic. They have met, but yeah, you're right. I don't think they have. No, wait a minute. They interacted in the current bonus comic. Not like directly, but Kate was talking to the whole group. Kill Tate, imagine the trauma. Also, don't do that, I'll cry. I would cry. I can't kill off my characters. Every time I think about possibly killing off a character, I get sad. You love Tate. Me too! And I love Kate! I can't get rid of either of them. But yeah, oh right, I was talking about the rules, right? So they all have to have... You know what, maybe this will be easier when I jump to the next one. So to fix the problem of their designs not looking cohesive, I redesigned them all! I kind of want to make this bigger, hold on. So you can see here, when looking at Tammy, the rule was they all have to have a gem representing their element. Oh, I was talking about their elements, right? Okay, so I have air. Okay, we'll do that first. I have air, fire, earth, water. Those are the easy ones. And then I have the other two, and I'm gonna talk about which series I got them from. So, Tammy's element is electricity. I got that one from Witch because Will Vandam, if you remember, the main person in Witch, she has electricity powers. Although I think technically her powers are considered quintessence, but like, it's electricity. She could talk to electronics. The electronic talking is really weird. But like, come on, it's electricity. And then Gloria here at the end is time. Now, what series made time an element? None of you are going to be able to guess because no one's read it ever, but me saying that might make you be able to guess it. It's Avalon Web of Magic. They have a time or a thing where like all of the characters have elements, right? And then they just had like a fifth person, and like what it was is they were basically trying to grow plants, right? And so they, of course, they had fire as the sun to help them grow. They had wind to help carry the seeds, and like water to obviously water them, and like earth obviously grows the plants. But then they gave the fifth element as time to let the plants grow, which is kind of brilliant and also kind of true. Like, I would call time an element. What else would you call it? Sick, right? Everyone should read Avalon Web of Magic. I don't know if it holds up. But it's very special to me and everyone should read it. So those are our 6 elements. Fire, water, earth, air, electricity, and time. And then the outfit rules that I stuck to. Like I said, everyone has to have a gem. The gem is kind of their source of their powers, and it is what replaces their staffs in the final. So they take the gem off and it becomes their weapon, but also it like is what they take off to like purify the spirit at the end. The other rule is they all have to have something on their head. They all have to be wearing something on their head. They all have to have some sort of sleeves. They have to be like, they don't have to be cap shaped, but I tried to keep them cap shaped, so they're like cap sleeves. They have to have a midsection to their outfit. So their outfit has to be separated into chest, midsection, and then like it has to cut off at their mid-thigh about. That's the other rule. It's actually 8 in the comment, but nobody expects the element of surprise. No, there's 7. Oro's element is the element of surprise, I guess. They all look so. Thank you. Yeah, and then the last rule is that they all have to have thigh highs in some way. I don't think all of them have like thigh high boots. Like, Gloria's got thigh high stockings and boots, but generally most of them have boots. And then like, Melody's got like full legs, but she's got a separation at the knee, which pulls them into thigh high territory. So that's like the rule. And I specifically went out of my way to make sure that their colors went well together. I put so much effort into making sure they look good as a team, and I'm so happy with how they came out. The redesigns are so good. Thank you. Yeah, do you want to go back and just like look at the difference? They look so much better. I'm so much happier with these. But then like, hey, what the fuck is up with the purple dude at the end? Who is that? We will find out. He is the antagonist of the series. Naturally, the series has to have an antagonist. I guess now would be a good time to explain the plot of the full series. So you guys saw the intro. That is like the proper intro that I am still going to be giving it. The ending is just not going to be quite as depressing. Like, it's going to end in a much more lighthearted, almost kind of jokey way, in that like, oh crap, so it's actually going to call attention to the fact that the monster doesn't have anything to transform into. Like, Tammy's gonna go, ah, crap, I don't have anyone for this monster to turn into. And then, like, you know, it's pulled into the real world in a much more fun way. But the plot of escapist fiction is Tammy, super lonely, makes this self-insert fan fiction about herself and a bunch of random people around campus. But because of her crippling social anxiety, she has never been able to figure out the names of anyone except for Ray, because Ray is her roommate and it's literally stuck on their door. And, so she just picked random names for all of these characters, and they don't have any backstory or anything to them. They're just like characters that she put in, and like she doesn't know anything about them. She just like sees them around campus and has little things about them that she admires. I can go over what it is that she admires about them when we look at their individual reference sheets. But she then she works at an antique store. But the guy there is like some dude from the old world who's very mysterious and knows a lot and keeps saying that he has like random cursed items that he's selling or whatever. Air is a hard one because of the natural reaction to it is white or light blue to portray it. Becomes too much white, just becomes a monolith. Yeah! I definitely wanted to give her some color, that's for sure. I think purple was picked mostly because like if I picked any other color, it would clash with the others. And this way, we have a full rainbow. Joey is red, Gloria is orange, Tammy's yellow, Melody is green, Nessa's blue, Oro, which is the guy at the end, is indigo, and Ray is purple. So we have the full rainbow. We have 7 characters, 7 colors in a rainbow. It kind of worked out perfectly. So that's kind of the fun part about their design. But then, when she reaches the, so when she goes to work one day, why are they're trying to get me to stop talking, pal. Pal, because they remembered that it exists, I assume. No. It's okay. I'll keep getting my words out edgewise. So when she goes to work one day, this girl comes in, and it's Gloria, and the first reaction she has to seeing Gloria is, oh my god, that girl is so pretty. I need her to be in my comic right now. And she's like so desperate that she just grabs whatever scrap of paper she can find and picks a random pen out of the pen holder that, like, you know, they always sell, oh my god! You know how they always sell like small items like pens and whatnot by the register? They have one of those too. And she writes some of her comic with it. But the thing is, this pen that she randomly grabbed is cursed. It's like a blessing, but in the way that she uses it, she ends up cursing people. So it's a neutral thing. But the pen has the ability to bring anything that you write to life. It is 1 use per person, but, you know, Tammy doesn't realize because it does have a little bit of delay. Good for her. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. And so, like, randomly, Tammy and all of the other magical girls turn into their magical girl forms, and spirits start actually attacking the campus, like, in the order that they appear in the comic. And they have to take down these monsters while also trying to figure out how to break the curse, because here's the thing. Tammy didn't know these people. The only thing she knew was Ray's name and the fact that Ray likes to go skateboards. So they don't know anything about their lives. They don't remember their names. They don't remember who their family members are. They don't remember who their friends are. They don't remember even what their major was. And so, like, Tammy is like, what the fuck have I done to these people? And so they have to try and actually break the curse. Ray likes to go skateboards. Yeah, I'm human. Would you like to go skateboards? It's the ass stuff joke. Imagine pen being used for weird fan fiction, like suddenly the My Little Pony universe exists. I would love that. Yeah, no, I definitely had to do like a weird set of circumstances sort of thing in order for the pen to be out on display like that and not labeled. So there is a reason why she doesn't know it's cursed, because there's no way the owner of the antique store would have just put it in a cup by the register without labeling it. Strange set of circumstances. Strange set of circumstances. Flashbacks to middle school when your friends and I would oh my god, me too! Except I had social anxiety, and so like out in public, sometimes I would stop them from quoting it, because I'm like, shh, what if the person who made ass stuff is around here and he hears us quoting it? I feel like I'm the only person in the world who would be anxious about the creator finding out that I like their stuff. Okay. Your siblings would say ask stuff to you and never explain it to you. Oh, hey, Feather, welcome! We're talking about escapist fiction today. I assume yeah, no, literally, they wouldn't mind. Hello, welcome! Thank you for the raid! I have just pulled out my hand fan because it is getting hot down here. I got this at Epcot, by the way, fun fact. It is falling apart. It's got a panda on it, though. It's really cute. It's got like pandas eating bamboo on it. Hello, welcome! Thank you for the raid! Oh, you have a raid emote. I need to make one of those so bad. We're just about to get into talking about the individual characters. I just finished summarizing the plot. So basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to get their memories back because Tammy doesn't know anything about these people. She accidentally cursed them into becoming magical girls, but like, she doesn't give them any memories to replace their old ones. They were just characters in a magical girl comic with no backstory. And so, you know, they have to work together to break the curse so they could get their memories back. That is kind of why they want, because I don't know, otherwise they might not want to break the curse, right? Being a magical girl is fun. So let's talk about the individual characters now. This is Tammy. Tammy is the main character. Look, wait, we were talking about this. I redesigned them. Look at Tammy's redesign. You guys don't really, do you remember what she looked like before? So there's Tammy right up the top left corner. Look at her new design. Look how much better it is. It's actually the right color now. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? I love it. The redesign is really cute. Thank you! I also like really tried to make sure everyone has super distinct eye and nose shapes. The face shape's a little bit too, but not quite as much because like it's still supposed to be anime, and if there's one thing about anime, it's that same face syndrome is a really big problem there, and you are kind of limited to the amount of face shapes you can give anime characters. But, so yeah, Tammy has crippling social anxiety. That's kind of like her big thing. She's super lonely, but she doesn't really want to admit it to herself. Like, she wants to pretend that the fact that she's unable to make friends because of her social anxiety doesn't bother her, because she's just been living with it for all this time. And she has to learn that no, she actually really does want friends. You know, it sucks to be alone, even if you're an introvert and you think you don't need people. If you spend enough time not talking to anyone, you're going to start feeling lonely. And trust me when I say this, loneliness is so oppressive and overbearing. Humans are social creatures, you literally need it. Yeah, so I've talked before. Escapist fiction is a story analyzing what happened to me after I transferred colleges, because I transferred colleges in 2019. So I started September 2019, and you know what happened in 2020. I was not able to make a single friend before we were all quarantined and sent home. So when I came back for the next year and none of our classes were in person, I became so lonely that I stopped going to classes and I failed out. Ow! My face! Thank you! You feel that? Yeah, so escapist fiction is kind of supposed to be a retrospective on what I went through and how it affected me and what I wish would have happened to me when I really, really desperately needed a friend, you know? It's supposed to be an emotional analysis about, you know, life and myself more than it is supposed to be about, like, a theme or telling a story. It's really bad in high school. For me, college, you were all quarantined. Yeah, we love ruining the mood. We sure do! You know, sometimes I wonder if I would have actually gotten through that school year if I'd, like, applied for a social... What are they called? Emotional support animal? Like, if I'd been able to get myself a guinea pig or something and just, like, have a guinea pig, I feel like I would have made it through the year much better. Man, I know, right? I should have done it, but, like, then I would have had to take care of it after I got home from college, and I don't think my parents would have wanted me to. So, like, yeah, having an animal. God, it's so true. The desire to escape the pandemic and just become a magical girl. It's so true. So, yeah, Tammy is kind of supposed to be, like, a stand-in for me and my emotions. A lot of her habits are the same as me. Want to be a magical girl so bad, bro? Me too! An emotional support frog. That'd be cute! Gotta head out. You're excited for Escapist? Oh, I'm excited! Yeah, me too! I'm so hyped. Decent amount of people have ESAs here. Yeah, there's no way I would have been able to get a cat because I wasn't in a two-person room. Like, that cat would have been miserable, but I think my room would have been the exact right size it needed to be for a guinea pig. Or something, like a small rodent. It would have been better, but, you know. It was complicated. And so then, Tammy's magical girl form, her original name was Ether. I have renamed her to Volt, which I personally think is a way better name. It's easy to remember. It has a very unique letter. Like, if you were to spell that in a Scrabble game, you'd get so many points. The one cool thing about the dog sitting you do is now you hang out with animals. You get that socialization. You don't have to deal with the social anxiety. That's so true. Animals are so awesome, man. I love animals. When I'm bored, I go out and bother my cat who is just trying to sleep. Sorry, Jet. It's mutual, though, because he then starts wailing outside my door at 4 in the morning so that I go and turn on the bathroom sink for him to drink water out of the sink from. And, like, I can't leave until he's done drinking because I need to turn the sink off when he's done. Animals are great. They don't verbally judge you. Yeah, I love animals. So, like, her weapon, Tammy's weapon is a bow and arrow, and her ammunition is lightning bolts. So she shoots lightning bolts at people. You coughed once while you were dog sitting this weekend and one of the dogs turned glary. I love that. God, I love animals. God, they're the best. You know, when I finally get my own place, I'm having minimum 2 cats. Minimum. Because I can't just let one cat not have a friend, you know? Like, if it were up to me, I would get a second cat right now because I feel bad for not being able to play on the same level as Jet. Jet is very... I don't know if it's possible for, like, cats to get ADHD, but if they do, Jet has it. He gets bored of toys so quickly, and he is just so energetic and hard to keep up with. All cats are ADHD/autism. They all... You know what? That's super fair. I think about that all the time where people are like, sometimes cats will come in and just stare at you and it's so like autistic coded or whatever. It's like a Tumblr post. And I think about that every time Jet walks through and just like stares at me. I'm like, oh shit, he's doing the autistic coded thing. With Fluffy, your first robo hamster, he was always zoomy, but when your sister played music, it was one of the few times he stopped. It was cute. Oh, that's cute! Marcy could definitely use a friend. She has so much energy. Yeah, right? I feel bad. I wish I could get Jet a friend, but my parents would never go for it. Oh, goodness. Oh, Shooty's autism. That's exactly it! Google says, well, some vets and animal experts seem to agree that cats can get ADHD. The condition isn't recognized by all. Cats can exhibit symptoms or personality and behavioral traits that are often linked to ADHD in humans, and especially human children. Oh, interesting! He's hanging out with you in a way he understands. You wouldn't know if you think he's being rude. It's in the same room as you, that's socialized. Yeah, no, it's cute! I don't mind. What I think is really funny that Jet does is we have a sunroom. And then, like, obviously the sunroom has a door, but the rest of our house is, like, wide open arches, you know? So it's pretty, like, you can barely tell where one room ends and the other starts if you're the size of a cat, I imagine. But the thing is, because that door is on the sunroom, he will come in, he will stand in the doorway, and he will just stare at me until I say, hey, Jet! And then he comes in. It's like he thinks he needs permission to come in. It's so cute. It's honestly adorable. He's so adorable. I love Jet. Awesome. I know, right? He's so good. So adorable. He's like, he is. God, he sure is. Is your cat a vampire? He might be. He probably got vampirism from my mom, who hates garlic. Wait, you know, if you combined every member of my family, you could probably make a full vampire. For example, I am only awake at night. You love how much your eyes... Thank you! All I have to do is open my eyes a little wider than normal. When I can see my face, or like the model on the screen, I do so many more expressive emotions, because I'm like, haha, it's fun to watch my character's eyes go... Whoop. I need a second monitor, man. You know how much better I would be at like puppeteering a VTuber model if I could constantly see the model? This is apparently a known phenomenon in VC chat, but what is it called? VC chat? The 3D program? VR, yeah, VR chat. Apparently, it is like a well-known phenomenon that if you stand in front of a mirror in VR chat, you will act more animated because you can see the model and you're kind of like, hey, look at the model move. I do that when I can see my VTuber model. That is what happens when I can see my model. I get way more expressive because I can see the model move and I'm like, look at it go. Meant Ray's eyes, but yeah, it's amazing. Oh yeah, Ray. Oh yeah, so that's the fun fact about their designs is they have two sets of eye colors. So they have the realistic eye color, but then when they become magical girls in the real world, their eyes change color to the color that Tammy gave them in the comic. In her comic, I'm pretty sure their eye color is the same because, you know, manga logic. People just have weird colored eyes in manga. Like, I don't think their eyes were ever normal colored in Tammy's manga, even before they got them. Raid Shadow Legends, ayo! So Ray, I got distracted. Ray is Tammy's, roommate. She is, as I've mentioned, specifically made to be the complete opposite of Tammy. She is super extroverted. She like is constantly hanging out with people. She's really good with people. She's pretty charismatic. Foil, yeah, she is the foil. Well, I was actually talking about this on Discord the other day. All of the characters follow the 5-man band trope with the exception of Gloria. So if you look at them all here, Tammy is obviously the leader. Ray is the lancer or the foil. Joey is the big guy. I don't know if they're necessarily the strongest. However, Joey is the one who approaches every situation with, we should cause violence first. So I think by default, that makes them the big guy. You were paying attention to your Raid Shadow Legends. Why are we talking about OCC? Forgot Raid Shadow. Oh my... I feel like I remember you mentioning that. That's so fucking good. Screw me. Oh yeah, wait, I'm not supposed to admit that I want that either. I mean, what VTuber companies? Wait, don't clip it! No, it's okay, it's okay. There's VTuber companies? What's a VTuber? I don't know. What is a VTuber? You're saving the spot. Yeah, okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. I thought about doing a clip, but I wasn't sure. I'll delete it. I'm sure I'll go back and watch these. So, let me see. Time to plot the downfall of capitalism. They can't fire everyone. Let's get Mars. A tuber is a sort of thing that you use to plant certain root vegetables, like, for example, potatoes. Tubing, no, you prefer board? Oh my god, I have a story about tubing. Not the snow tubing. I have done both, but my grandparents used to live on a lake, and they had a motorboat, and they had a tube to go with the motorboat. So when I was a kid, we were out on the tube, we were tubing on the motorboat, and my dad was riding with me and one of my cousins, and we broke the weight limit, apparently, without realizing it, because the rope snapped. And the rope snaked backwards and repeatedly lashed me across my face. I have not been on a water tube since. What the? Yeah, I know. I was the only one who got injured. There were 3 people on that thing. I was the only one. Yeah, no, it was fucked up, and it has given me an irrational fear. No, I would say very rational fear of going tubing. It's one of the worst things that happened to me as a kid. Yeah, that's pretty rational. It really is. It really is. That's called trauma. Oh my god, you're right. No, it was very traumatic. It was definitely trauma. Definitely trauma. Say response to physical pain is rational. That's true. Yeah, no. It's okay though, my parents got me like a princess dress-up kit. So, as an I'm sorry gift. So I won in the end. I won in the end. There is a photo out there of me wearing all of these princess accessories with like deep red welts all across my face. Oh god, it was so bad. Right, okay, I was going through the 5-man band archetypes. Melody, the green one, is the smart guy. And Nessa is the heart. And then, Gloria would technically be the archer, which is like the 6th character in a 5-man band, but like, she's something else entirely. I don't think she really follows a trope. She has so much going on. Right, okay, so Ray is the lancer to Tammy's leader. She is the complete opposite of Tammy, and they're kind of a package deal because they're roommates. So they're the 2 most important main characters. Glad it didn't scar those easily can. Yeah, I think it's fine. I do, you know, I found a mysterious scar on my eyebrow, and I have no idea how I got it because I don't remember ever injuring my face like that. I wonder if it came from that incident, the tubing incident. I wonder. It might have. It was so weird. So like, I don't know. You guys have seen the way I draw myself in real life. I look kind of like Dan Avedon from Game Grumps. And you know how he has like an eyebrow scar? Because like it's drawn in his grump head. When I was like really into Game Grumps, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I had an eyebrow scar just like Dan? And then I was looking at myself in the mirror and I found one and I was like, what the fuck? Could you imagine that happening to someone? As if I didn't look enough like him already. So what? It's so wild. It's like one of those things where it's like if you were to like be like, I bet I have like levitation powers, and then you try and lift something as a joke and it actually works. That's what happened there. But yeah, no, Ray is fun. She is a really big skateboarder. She loves to go skateboarding. She constantly ditches the group and like goes off to the skate park to hang out with her friends. Just like anytime she gets a little emotionally distressed, she's like, I'm gonna go skateboarding. If you've seen The Good Place, do you remember the second reset where Tani is dating someone who has been instructed to just pretend that he's busy, and then he's given like the instruction of like, I'm gonna go work out, and so anytime the situation gets hard he goes, I'm gonna go work out, and like takes his shirt off and leaves? That's Ray. Anytime things get a little rough, she's like, I'm gonna go skate with my friends, and she like leaves. She doesn't take her shirt off, but she does grab her skateboard, so it's kind of the same thing. Caleb's, what if I could mind control before? Oh, he did do that! Oh my god, you're right. He did do that. You're obsessed. Yeah. It's obvious. I don't know if it's not played off, like, it might be played off for laughs in the future. I don't know. At the moment, it hasn't been yet. But she does do that, like, so much. Her friends, she's actually able to remember her friends, unlike the others, because, you know, we saw it in the book, like, she's constantly going to hang out with her friends, and, like, Tammy sees them when she's with them, so, like, she actually has people that she remembers. Her friends don't, like, remember anything about her, either, aside from the fact that they're friends, and they like to skateboard together, really. But it's enough that Ray still feels a sense of normalcy hanging out with them. So that's kind of the reason why she does that so much. And then her power... Oh, right! I was gonna give you guys the reason why Tammy added them to the story. So Ray's reason is that she is super charismatic and has a lot of friends and is really close with people. And obviously Tammy is jealous of her ability to socialize, because she's so fucking lonely. So that's how she got added to the story as Gale, which her old name was, what was it? Ariel. Her old name was Ariel, now it's Gale. So we're getting rid of the A repetition. Also, I can never spell Ariel right. I never spell it right the first time, so it's also easier for me. So she's fun. I like her little feathers on her back. I imagine that, like, when she flies, and if she ever, like, spreads her arms out when she's flying, the wings, like, fan out so it looks like she's got, or, not feathers. The feathers fan out so it looks like she has wings. Like, that's what, in my mind, is why I put them there. I hope that's what it'll look like. Pretty, yeah! And of course she's got the little cute little chibi wings everywhere. And of course, the wings on her sandals for Hermes. Her weapon is a fan. I imagine it's probably a bladed fan, you know, because fans used to be weapons, and I think they had blades on them. But she could still use it like a regular fan to direct huge gusts of wind at stuff. So that's her power, and she is, she's like the support mostly, since her powers are mostly for like pushing enemies away and like catching people if they fall. So her role is kind of like floating around and being ready to catch anyone before they hit the ground too hard, mostly. Her design's really fun. She's all swirly like the wind, and she's got so many layers on her skirt. I bet if she like holds her hands at her sides, her hands won't actually like touch her legs because they're just like, the skirt's got so much fabric. And then like, look at her little hair swoopies by her ears. I think it's really fun. It's very stylized. And then of course her gem is a little cloud, which I think is really cute. She's also maybe the only one whose gem straight up like attaches to her skin. I don't know how the gems attach. They come off really easily, so they might be like magnets. They're probably held on with magic, but I'm just imagining how much it would hurt if it were like a pin or something. She's so pretty. She is! I really like her. One of these days she's gonna fight near a cliff and she'll be living. Yeah! Oh my god, Ray is so much fun. She can be very passionate, and she likes to speak her mind, like, so she's very fun to write for because she's usually pretty chill, but she does, like, if she's angry, she will let you know. Stabs her heart every time she puts the gem on. God, it would hurt so bad. Could you imagine? And then next up, we have Joey, who is the only one who's superhero. I mean, I guess superhero name has not changed. Joey's entire design, I just looked and said, hey, what if the 2012 era? What if we just did that again? So, Joey is just like straight up scene core. They've got the ripped jeans, the scene hairstyle with feather extensions or like feather dye extensions, the shark tooth necklace. Do you guys remember how like, how shark tooth necklaces were like a thing in 2012 and no one talks about that? Do you guys remember that? Streamer just on the track of repeatedly stabbing yourself with accessories. Apparently so. My favorite detail about Joey is that Joey doesn't smoke. So while I gave them an actually useful trinket, they don't actually have a use for it other than like flicking it open and closed unconsciously when they're bored. Like, 2, you never wanted either of them, you got them by chance, you still have shark tooth necklaces. Yeah! I feel like that's a thing about 2012 that no one ever talks about, but like, people fucking loved the shark tooth necklaces. There's always a use, arson. That's true! If Joey doesn't smoke, then the fact that they have a lighter on them is very, very suspicious. 3 goblin shark, great white, and you don't know what the other one is from. Oh, they're real! Or are they modeled after sharks? Arson! Everything could use a little fire, and I think we've established, I think it's only the magical girl forms that are like immune to stuff. Yeah, I also hope they're not real. It probably means they were gotten through unethical means. People are not very nice to sharks. I can confirm that Joey's is probably plastic. Plaster. Ah, okay, makes sense. Yes. Approved. Oi, don't bonk me! New Yorkers literally bite more people than sharks. Oh god, the New Yorker comparison! It's the bonk of a verb! They keep cutting things off sharks. God, they do. It's so bad. People are just so mean to sharks. Jaws has done irreparable things to the shark population. To sharks' reputations, too. One of your favorite statistics. It's so funny. You feel bad for sharks. Me too. Me too. There's that one Tumblr post that went around a while back that's like me bleeding from a bloody stump of a leg and drowning because a shark bit me. Don't try and kill the shark in revenge for this. The Jaws guy even tried to undo the damage too. It's so sad. It's so tragic, you know? If you're ever going to be buying real shark teeth, you're going to make sure it's people panning in currents for naturally shed teeth. True. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I forgot how many teeth shark have. Sharks, plural. That's... Oh my god, you're right. You probably would just find them, wouldn't you? New headcanon. Joey's shark tooth necklace came from just like finding it themselves. They just found it somewhere and was like, oh shit, that's cool as hell. It's in a little jar. Oh, that's so cool. I think in a number of places it's illegal to own shark teeth regardless of the source. Oh, interesting. I'm sure it's probably not that way in Wisconsin, because where are we gonna get that? It's possible though. Oh yeah, I should say, the college in Escapist fiction does take place in like northern Wisconsin. It's not like it's not based off of a real spot, and I don't exactly even know where it is on a map. I'm thinking it's probably by Minneapolis, but I'm not sure. It could be like on the other side by Green Bay even. But like they're at like a pretty small town. It's a very fun like little small town aesthetic. Don't know how to write stories outside of Wisconsin. If I need a setting, it's not like it's ever gonna come up, so I might as well just put it in Wisconsin, right? I've never lived anywhere else. I know what Wisconsin weather's like. Also, I don't think the seasons are gonna change. It's just gonna be like pleasantly warm the entire book, so... Oh, okay, wait, can I talk about a little detail about Joey's design that I really like that is kind of subtle? So the little diamond pattern that Joey's got going on their shirt, I don't know how many of you guys noticed this. I don't know how like noticeable it is, but it's supposed to be like an abstract fire pattern. It's like, you never know, you stared at, oh yeah, I'm so glad. Yeah, I like it. It's a fun little creative way to make it distinct, right? Oh, right. Okay, we haven't seen Joey's. Oh, right. Okay, so the reason why Joey was added by, oh, right. I need to talk about Joey as, like, a person. To be fair, if you were to write a story, you probably wouldn't write about anywhere that isn't Northwest. Yeah, I think generally it's easy. I do know that I have a story that is based in Cleveland, Ohio, but I don't know if I can write it properly, because I don't think I've ever stayed there for very long. Definitely not long enough to get a feel for what the city's like. But, you know, I went to two colleges in small towns, and a couple of them, you know, one of them was out of state, one of them wasn't, so like I have a little bit of knowledge. My brother also went to college in Wisconsin, and obviously I visited his a lot. If you used to name where your OCs live, in the Death Speaker and Manner of Speaking are both in the USA. Where? Good luck figuring it out. Fair. Yeah, no, I don't think it'll ever be confirmed in comic. This is just like in my head for how their comics work, or their story works. Don't tell people, but I'm probably just going to like look up a bunch of random University of Wisconsin schools and like find their commercial districts and just like recreate one building from every commercial district. So it's like a mishmash of every University of Wisconsin school. I'm just gonna like steal the architect's work. Ohio is such a me, people should even... You know how many... Oh my god, I might be going to Columbus for Comic Cons, like a lot. I think Columbus has more Comic Cons than Chicago. It's ridiculous. Why are they all in Ohio? Why are all the Comic Cons in Ohio? That's like 6 hours away. Please! It's gonna be so far to travel. I need someone who could just be my con buddy who isn't my parents, because I feel so bad about dragging my parents to these things. And it's like, I don't want... No fucking wonder your bestie in Ohio can go to Comic-Cons all the time. I'm telling you, Columbus is so fucking packed with them. They have them like every other week. Yet Streamlight got there within seconds. Into Ohio? Wait, the Comic-Con? Wait. Where did Streamlight go? They didn't go. Was it Ohio? They went to Chicago. They went to C2E2. In the Shady Comic-Con, they went to like a real world comic convention. Don't tell C2E2, they'll get mad at me. It's not a Streamlight, I think that was a Tate thing. Yeah, no. The one that Tate went to at the start was a comic that operated for 1 year, and that year was 2019, and it has not started again since the pandemic, so I think the pandemic killed it. Whoops. I know, right? It's so tragic. Yeah, no, it was a cool one, and it was pretty big. It filled an entire convention center, but yeah, no, it chose the worst year to have its first year as a con. Now the only convention we have left in Milwaukee that's of any notable size is Anime Milwaukee. When I say I'm planning on making a bunch of Magical Girl merchandise, it is only partly because I'm trying to draw people over to my booth who are into Magical Girls, you know? Because then I can advertise escapist fiction to them, all sneaky like. But, it's also because the only convention that is big and conveniently near me is literally an anime con. Like, I don't have a choice. I just have to make anime merch. You know what fucks you? The mascot. The mascot. They have a mascot. They have a mascot. And it's an anime girl wearing a cow onesie. It's so goofy. That is Anime's Your Milwaukee. It's actually like really cute. They had like a really cute chibi of her like summoning a piece of cheese. They might have taken it off for the 24 version of the site. It's so sad. Found out a con closer to me and you haven't visited your original convention since 2018. You know, that first con that I went to, the first con I went to ever was that one in 2019 that never happened again. So I can never revisit the first con I ever went to. Okay, right. We got off topic again. This is Joey. Joey is Joey is like kind of a slacker. They're the type of person that can not do the homework, barely pay attention in class, only show up present and ready for test days and still get an A. They're like the kind of student that everyone hates. They're just like me, for real, for real. Just like me too. God, I'm like that too. You need to revisit your original convention. You watched a Vocaloid concert. Vocaloid, that's so cool. Wait, I want to see a Vocaloid concert. That would be so fun. I don't actually know all that many Vocaloid songs though. I'd have to like listen to a bunch before we go. I know the big ones, but there's no way they're only gonna play the big ones, you know? You want to meet Miku. Me-Ku too. Sorry. I was trying to make like a Me Too pun, except like Me-Ku, but it doesn't really work because you can't even tell what the second word's supposed to be. I tried. It was actually the first ever concert of the Vogue America branch. Oh God! Stop explaining it made it on understood what I was trying to say. That joke's not. You know what? That's fair. I keep like adding or removing letters in the worst possible spot. I gotta stop. Look, the joke's not that good. I just thought you couldn't tell. So the thing about Joey is that they're basically always hanging out on campus, just watching the people go by. See, this is where Streamlag broke the joke. It didn't, you guys didn't send your laughing things, like, I'm sure you sent them, like, on time, but for me, it didn't sound like it was on time. So I was like, oh, I thought you guys were laughing at my explanation. God, Streamlag sucks, doesn't it? Okay, So Joey's just kind of always like sitting on campus waiting, just kind of like watching people and kind of like, hey, look at all the people go by. I would actually say that despite the fact that they don't really have any friends and they don't really hang out with people, they're an extrovert and they get their social interaction by just going and people watching. I think that's kind of their thing. They just like to watch people. Stand-up comedy through Twitch fucking sucks. It does. You can't do any crowd work. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah. So Joey's really fun and they always look super unbothered by the world. So the reason why Tammy added them to their story, or to her, too many people added them to her story is because she admires how confident Joey is. They're like, wow, I really like the, you know, how confident you are. I like that. I want to be that confident. So here's the thing. She's collecting personality traits as if she can somehow give them to herself by putting these characters in her comic. And then, of course, Joey is the only one whose magical girl name did not change. Their name is still Ash. And their outfit is based off of a firefighter's. And I'm very proud of that. I came up with that and it was like, that's a stroke of genius. So you could see the highlighter color stripes that firefighters have on their outfit. Their weapon is a giant flaming sword. Girls will literally force people to do a magical girl plotline instead of going to therapy. Literally! And she probably gets free therapy because she goes to school. Like, colleges give free therapy. She could go. There's nothing stopping her. Girl, come on, literally. Their outfit is so good. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I'm honestly very proud of how I managed to get the skirt shape without giving Joey a skirt. Like I said, the one thing I really wanted is to not lean too heavily on like any one specific gender presentation to try and confuse the hell out of people. So, same goes for the Power Bills cast. Oh god, yeah, no, they need some help. They need some therapy. How do you break the news to your therapist that you're a superhero, though? You go, by the way, you can't tell anyone this. You're going to want to, but you can't. I'm a superhero. Joey gives me so much gender envy. Good. That was the goal. I have also made it my mission to never decide upon Joey's gender assigned at birth. I will never give Joey one. Joey is Joey, and they know what their life was like. I don't, and that's okay because I don't need to know. Joey's literally just there. Joey's literally just there. Literally, yeah. Assign Joey at birth. Assign Joey at birth, exactly. And yeah, the boot spikes. Cause Joey's so spiky in their original outfit. Like, I can't just translate this outfit into a magical girl outfit and not keep the spikes. A jab. Oh, Joey's a bastard! No, that's the wrong acronym! Superhero got it. Writes notes about delusions of cringe. Oh no. So, no, they're very fun. Their fighting style is very up close and personal. It's probably mostly because of the fact that their weapon is literally a sword. Look at the sword, by the way. So I know that their staff used to be a torch, but look at this. Look at the sword. Their sword is now a medieval torch. Isn't it so cool? I'm so smart. You love it so much. Thank you. I feel like if any of them went to therapy, their therapist would probably find out very quickly. Oh God, yeah. Used to go to therapy, but when your therapist breached patient doctor confidentiality. Oh no. Oh, that's so scary. That's so upsetting. Yeah, God. The people who actually like go and talk behind people's backs when they're not supposed to is awful. I hate how like common TikTok has made that. So cool. Thank you. So, the other thing about Joey's sword is that it's literally always on fire. I gave them a flaming sword because, you know, that's like a thing. It is a trope to have flaming swords because of the Archangel Michael. I put so much religious symbolism in my comics for someone who's literally an atheist. Because it fucking rules. It does. It does. Because, you know, it's technically a reference to classic literature. Technically. So that's kind of the origin of the sword. The flaming sword. So, you know that, like, post that's, like, about the super hot knife cutting bread that turns it into toast, and people are like, you could stab someone with it, but it wouldn't work because it would instantly cauterize the wound. Joey's got a sucky-ass sword because it does exactly that. At least it's not a flaming katana. You have a high ground for that. I think their original sword was a katana, but Joey, I think, is the only non-person of color in the entire team. So I was like, I don't really want to give the Eastern weapon to the one white guy in the entire cast. So I just gave them a regular sword. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. It just felt wrong. I didn't want to do that. Good call, perhaps. I think so. I'm really definitely trying to be cognizant about that sort of stuff. Hey, Joey isn't stabbing people right. Maybe there will be an ice monster or something with a flame sword. That would be fun. I have not come across any, like, icy feelings yet. Wait until you see some of the monster designs I've been coming up with. Oh my God, they're so fucked up. It turns out I really like designing monsters, and I think I might like designing them too much, because sometimes I'll draw them, and I'll look at them, and I'll go, I might be a little bit too good if I'm freaking myself out. This is supposed to be a magical girl comic. They're not supposed to be that scary. Okay, right. I think we can move on. We spent quite a long time on Joey, although we weren't really talking about Joey. Freak the author out. Yeah. Sure if it's a feeling, but Shun could be icy. Wait, I don't know what that is. Oh, Shun. Shun. I was like, what's a Shun? Fuck. Stinky VTuber! It's almost like that really was the, like, an anime thing. I definitely pronounced that as if it were a Japanese word. We're gonna pretend I didn't do that. Well, to be fair, we were just talking about katanas, so I thought that maybe it had something to do with katanas. Yeah, Shun could be icy. Shun could be icy. Gotta head out. Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you for watching. I can't believe we've been going for almost 3 hours already. We should not. This should not have. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll talk for like an hour and then we'll be done. Turns out I have a lot to say. I've had this bottled up for so long because I'm trying not to give away too much information because, like, technically I have patrons who pay for that and I don't want to give too much information out. Look at that rambling instinct. This is why I need to start talking. I want to do just chatting streams way more often. This kind of rules. I kind of love this. Like, the thing is, just chatting streams are scary because if no one shows up, you're just talking to yourself for ages with nothing else to, like, give you stuff to talk about. But if you're like, hey, I want to talk about my magical girl webcomic, then if no one shows up, it doesn't matter. It's just a short stream. But if people do show up, then it can be a really long and productive stream. You're very bad at looking at Patreon anyway, so you appreciate the... You know what? That's such a mood. You have to, like, manually switch between your creator and patron profiles on Patreon. And so I, like, never check the creators I follow. I know I follow, let's see, Betsy Lee from the No Evil series on YouTube, which if you have not watched that, you should. It's so good. Some More News I support. I've mentioned that before. They have some trouble getting sponsorship sometimes because they're like super leftist media, and like if you're too left, they start to pick up on how anti-corporation you are and they don't want to sponsor you anymore. So I like to help support them to keep the series running. You hate that they separated the creator and Patreon screens. I don't want to. Yeah, I know. Oh, the other one I've been supporting is Paralives. I've been following Paralives for a long time. When I still was getting a decent amount of money, I was supporting them for $50 a month because every 3 months, when you give them $50 a month, they'll let you design a randomly generating NPC. You know how many months I supported them for $50 a month? I'm probably gonna have at least 6 characters in the game, and they're all going to be my comic characters. Let's see. I feel like there's someone else. Oh, obviously my creator, my design creator, Bookme, I support them on Patreon because they exclusively open commissions for their patrons. So if I ever want to commission them again, I have to be a patron, and I want to commission them again so bad. I just need the money first. But you know, one thing I've really wanted to do for a while is redesign vBook. Because while I love her design, and I will always keep this around as an extra outfit, people can't tell what I'm trying to go for with this outfit. And I think it makes them confused and like not want to watch me very much because they don't know what I'm about. So I'm gonna ask them to design like a proper main witch outfit so people can like really tell what my model is supposed to be. Yippee! Yeah, exactly. I'm excited about it. I figured like if I'm going to do a rebranding, I should go back to the original designer for it, you know? Like, I feel like that's such a big step. I'd want the original creator in on it, you know? The biggest case of whiplash the other day because you heard it. Oh, yeah. No, I've supported a couple people over the years. I stopped supporting a lot of people because I'm kind of in financial hard times right now. But, you know, I'm following a decent amount of people, like a handful of dollars a month. Like $1, $3 for people every month or so. But we're working on it. You feel bad for not supporting as many because of Twitch Turbo being necessity for me, so I have less. Oh god, yeah, Twitch Turbo. I technically think I get Twitch Turbo because of Amazon Prime? I think. Fun fact, if you've watched my Twitch, you've probably noticed that my VODs don't delete for 2 months. That's because I use Amazon Prime. And also, because I make money off of Twitch, I can write it off of my taxes. Twitch Turbo is like, if you don't want to subscribe to individual users, you can pay for Twitch Turbo and just not see ads. Like, it's bad because it incentivizes people to stop paying creators and pay Twitch instead. But it is good for creator discovery. So it's a good and a bad thing, you know? They got rid of that in the first year because they were losing too much ad revenue. Wait, really? They're not doing the ad thing anymore? Oh my god. Twitch is a black hole. A black hole where money goes to die. Maybe some Amazon Primes do, but they don't do ad-free Twitch. That's what is left on Twitch Turbo. Wait, Turbo is ad-free. Oh, you mean the Amazon Prime thing is, okay. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Turbo is the ad-free one. Twitch is, well, I hate that it's owned by Amazon, but where else am I supposed to go? YouTube? That's owned by Google. And don't even get me started on Kick. That program is literally owned by a gambling company that was made so that they could still allow gambling streams. And like advertise gambling streams to vulnerable people and give them gambling addictions. I know, and everyone's like moving over to Kick and being like, it's so much better than Twitch. They're so much better to the creators. And it's like, okay, but do you really want to support the site that owns them? Because I don't. Like, Amazon sucks, but they're already such a massive superpower, and technically, you're not advertising Amazon by streaming on Twitch because they're two separate entities. Like, I don't think anyone who uses Twitch is going to suddenly start using Amazon because they can get benefits for Amazon Prime, you know? It's like the lesser of three evils. You know? Technically, it's tied between YouTube and Twitch. I think they're both equally evil. Maybe YouTube's a little better because their employee program isn't literally like, we're going to treat you as horrible as possible so you quit before we have to give you a raise. Did you guys hear? Did you guys know that that's like how Amazon's thing works? Like, they specifically treat you badly so that you quit before they have to actually pay you well. I hope Amazon explode. Me too. If it explodes, I'll see you on YouTube. Kick is basically a platform they made so they wouldn't have to listen to outside regulations, which means they get borderline NSFW stuff. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Kick is really shady, and it gets worse the longer you look at it. You've had some friends who worked at Amazon, and the stories you heard. Amazon's so bad. But also, karma is kicking their fucking ass right now, because if you listen to the radio for even like a couple hours, you will inevitably get an advertisement for working at Amazon because they've treated their employees so bad for so long. No one wants to work for them anymore, so they're like desperately like, please work for us, please, we promise we're a good place to work, we promise we won't force you to quit. What did they think was gonna happen? I don't know! It's so funny! Right. Melody! This here is Melody. She is the fourth most important character in the series. She is kind of a stick in the mud. She's rarely ever seen doing anything except studying. She is super smart, and her intelligence and hardworking nature and like genuine just like, man, I wish I was that good of a student is why Tammy put her in the comic. You worked at FedEx for a couple weeks. They put you on some insane quotas you had to meet or you'd be fired. They didn't care. They just had insane turnover. What do they think is gonna happen if they specifically design their things to have ridiculous turnover? Like, what do they think is gonna happen? They're gonna run out of people to employ. You can't go through workers faster than workers are being produced. Not to say it in the most clinical way possible, but you know, like, if there aren't enough people becoming working adults who can work for your company, you're going to run out of people to have work for you. People are not infinite. It's bad to treat people like a resource, but in this case, they literally, it's so stupid. Like, it's so wild how ridiculously stupid and unable to think about the future people are. Like, one of the things I always say is, if oil company or oil barons were really as smart at business as they like to claim they are, they would have started investing in research on renewable energy years ago, because they want to get ahead of the curve. Like, that's the smart business move. Oil is going to go out of style. It is inevitable at this point. So the fact that they aren't trying to get ahead of the pack and be the leader on renewable energy instead just proves how bad they are at business. Unemployment higher they could get away with. It's a terrible system. Yeah, someone who works at FedEx doesn't average 300 stops a day. Oh my god. Yeah, no, Amazon isn't. My friend was telling me he's got a bunch of friends who work for Amazon, and he was telling me that, like, you know, if you are given a package and you have to deliver 2 packages to the same apartment, you are not allowed to deliver them both at the same time. You have to deliver one, deliver like 5 more packages, and then come back and deliver the second one. It's so stupid! I don't know! For appearances, I guess! It's so stupid! And it's so wasteful! They're wasting so much gas just to do that! I don't know. It's so stupid. What appearances? No one. I know. It's so stupid. That's what he was telling me about, dude. When he came home for New Year's Eve, and we were talking, he was just ranting about how much he hates Amazon because, like, apparently the place where he lives is basically owned by Amazon. It's like a company town in all but name at this point, and he has such a hatred of Amazon. Yeah. Don't, you know what? Maybe I should probably stop talking about this before I get in trouble from someone. I don't know where. Someone will get mad if I talk too much about political stuff as a VTuber. But so Melody is like the super studious and smart one. She is very, very, like, she's so focused on her studying that she's kind of lost any sense of having emotion. She's just so deadpan all the time, doesn't really feel anything. She just kind of floats through life studying. You're starting to see what her character arc might be. So she's very, she's got the, like, polo shirt, or not polo, like button-down shirt, and nice slacks and whatever. Yeah, you see, dang, that was you in college. Yeah. If you want to know a secret about Melody, she's not actually that smart. She just studies so much that she catches up with everyone else. Yeah, no, she's really, really, kind of like living a very by the books life, you know, just trying to get through college so she can have a good job. And then her magical girl form is Jade, who is so fun. I think she's like the most sci-fi looking out of all the different characters, and I really love that for her. I think it really works for the super studious smart character, you know? To have one that's based off of sci-fi, which is a very smart, studious genre. The glasses are so fun. Yeah! But also sucks for Melody in that Tammy also wears glasses, but in her magical girl form, she doesn't need them. But Melody still needs glasses in her magical girl form. Tammy said fuck you in particular. God damn it, I know. So her weapon is like a big ass hammer. The fun thing about Melody is she's that type of like strong silent type. Well, she's technically the smart guy of the group. She's also really, really ridiculously strong because, you know, earth powers, you kind of have, it goes with the territory. You have to be strong because rocks are heavy as hell. So she's like, she's kind of the analytical one. She likes to break down what she's looking at whenever she comes across a new spirit and kind of analyze it. And then she really only throws a couple good hits every fight scene because she looks for the weak points and she targets those weak points. That's why she gets the middle finger glove for supporting when she flicks her up. Stuck with glasses. Yeah. Strong and silent. Oh no! Wait, no, not the fart! She's not a fart! I love her big wavy flowing hair though, and she's just got like gemstones stuck in it because why not? Joey asked you! That joke was so Joey core. You know, it makes me sad that no one I talk to ever makes like blank core jokes. Like sometimes I'll make like, dude, this is so cringe core or something, and no one will respond in a way that makes it sound like I just said something normal. I'm like, ah, crap, they don't know what blank core means. Or not like they don't know, but like they're not from the side of the internet that makes blank core jokes. Like crap, I've just been talking a different language to a different type of meme people. Literally so Tumblr core of you. It is so Tumblr core. Making core jokes. It's the mark of a Tumblr user. You can't just not make Tumblr core jokes. Make autism core jokes. Ayo! I love to just slap whatever in front of core. You know, everything works. Bunny core, VTuber core, autism core, ADHD core, Tumblr core, magical girl core. I'm literally so Tumblr coded. I've been on that damn site for over 10 years. I can't go back now. This is just my sense of humor, and the site is constantly losing users, so no one is in like 10 years I'm gonna be the only Tumblr user left on the site, and no one's gonna be able to understand a thing I'm saying. It's okay. Sometimes the posts breach containment. Sometimes. Fucking doubt that with literally everyone on Tumblr says they're not leaving. Yeah. No, I don't know. Tumblr. As long as Xkit keeps working, I'm staying on Tumblr. As long as Xkit keeps fixing everything. Cannot be the last Tumblr user. You just can't. I feel like the last Tumblr user would probably be a handful of like maybe 500 people or something when they finally decide to pull the plug on the site, you know? Yeah, you may have uninstalled mobile, but the dashboard unfucker and Xkit in like 3 ad blocks. Yeah. Yeah. So when I open Tumblr nowadays, what happens is it'll load in that horrible Twitter knockoff format and with that really bright eye-bleeding color palette that they changed it to. It will glitch for a second. It will change into the old dashboard, and then it will glitch again, and it'll turn to the old blue. And then I can use Tumblr. I peep the horror. I stare into the void for a solid 2 seconds. Make that into part of your appeal. Come here to see the last Tumblr user listen to her incomprehensible references. God, I wish. I can't even convince Tumblr users that I'm one of them. I try so hard, but no one from Tumblr ever wants to watch my streams. Someday I will find them. Someday I will find the Tumblr users and I will appeal to the Tumblr user demographic and they will come and watch me and then they'll see. They'll all see. Then I'm just like them for real. No, I can't say that. That's a Reddit joke. I don't even use Reddit. It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! Oh god, please tell me the VOD didn't split. Hold on, I'm checking Discord. Please tell me the VOD didn't split. Please, 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 please. Where's the Ramble server? It didn't split! We're good! Your computer's only getting paid for 3 hours. It's gonna clock out. I wasn't supposed to go for 3 hours today. Right, okay, we should probably keep moving along here then. So we're on the last two magical girls. This is Nessa. Oh my god! Nessa's super fun. She's the girly girl of the group. She's very into like clothing and makeup and she likes hanging out with friends and she's very energetic and bubbly. She's basically like the heart of the group in terms of like, she's always so excited. Yeah, it does say 1 hour. I wasn't sure how long it would take me. I said I'll say 1 hour to be safe, and if I go longer, well, then the title becomes funny. I logicked it out. I thought about what would happen if I went over an hour. So she's really cute. I love her outfit. She's very Tumblr core. Like, she's got that, like, 2014 Tumblr girl aesthetic to her, you know? With the sleeveless, the cold shoulder crop top and the... God fucking damn it! Why am I so predictable? I have one aesthetic. I have one aesthetic, and that's the only thing that I like. God damn it, wait, I just realized it's not even just like her fucking her shoes and stocking combo. I hate myself, I think. Thank you for the clip, thank you. She does have fun shoes, doesn't she? They're kind of supposed to look like wingtip shoes, except they're boots. Girl, you need to get that checked out. vBook only wants one thing, and it's disgusting. How to tell Book was here. How to tell Book was here. Shout out to the time I did the exact same thing while playing, I was a teenage exocolonist. I think there was a character whose outfit I complimented and then realized it's like the exact same thing as my VTuber model's outfit. And it's like, of fucking course, that's the one I liked. Thought that Tammy's not a self-insert. She's inspired by myself a lot, but she's definitely not me. I want to make that super clear in that she's not a self-insert, because, you know, I don't want to do, like, self-insert stuff. I think that it's not super fun to do that. Also, makes you seem really self-centered. She's got a lot of habits and stuff inspired by me, but she is her own character. Literally wearing your cold shoulder jacket right now. This is almost embarrassing, almost. Look, cold shoulder shirts were such a good design. I hate that they ever stopped being produced. They were like a thing for maybe half a year in 2014 and then they went away, but they're so good. They are so good. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with them. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. God, you know, if I had the right body type for it, I would wear nothing but cold shoulder crop tops, just say. Here, stop giving your OCs cold shoulder outfits. God, right? There's something about it. I think that they would make me feel really pretty if I wore one. They're just very pretty. The prettiest cold shoulder V-neck blouse. Ah, I'm jealous. They're addicting. They are addicting. They're so good. It's such a good... I'm so mad that they ever went out of style. Bring them back right now. Right now. I miss them. So the other thing about Nessa is that I have a habit of never making any character shorter than like 5'4" for some reason. And so Nessa became my sacrifice character, who is either 5 foot or 5'2". I don't remember. She's short. She's super short and no one else on the team is short because I'm like, I have a problem with not actually making short people in my comics. Makes you feel better. Fashion is cyclical, so it'll probably come back in like 40 years. That's so long! How long is the nostalgia cycle? The nostalgia cycle's like 20 years, isn't it? Heard it here, first book fucking hates short people. Yeah, I'll punt them. So Nessa's out, or thank you for the clip, thank you. Don't put the minis. The thing is, I am exactly average for a girl, so I cannot be talking about punting short people, because depending on whether you consider short to be like average for all genders versus specific for whatever gender, I would definitely fall into the short category. Like, I can't say shit. I'm 5'5". Like, what am I talking about? Finally, your doctors acknowledge that you're 5'4" and not 5'3". Please, you need to be allowed to consider yourself tall. I consider 5'4", like, 5'4" is a respectable height. I don't know if the rest of the internet sees it that way, though. Yay! Yay! I'm technically 5'4"3/4, so I added an inch. Yeah, look right there. No, if you're under 5'6", you're too short. Yeah, 5'6" is probably the number. Probably. It's like halfway between 5 foot and 6 foot. I think that's a respectable short division, but also I don't want it to be the short division because then it makes me short. So that's why anytime I say my height, I always preface it with, I'm actually average height for a girl. I'm not short. I promise. I'm not short. I'm nickel and diming my way into not being short. Nice, you're just tall enough to not be too short. Ooh. The rest of your family is taller than me, including... Oh, I hate that. You know, one of the worst things that ever happened to me was we went to my freshman... Like, I was about to go into my freshman year of high school. Our summer vacation, we went to, like, a nature reserve or whatever. And my brother, who was, like, in middle school, about to enter middle school, maybe 7th grade or something, I don't remember, wanted to go fishing. So my dad was like, hey, does a 12-year-old need a fishing license to fish, right? He looks up, the guy at the counter looks up, looks at me and my brother who are standing next to each other and goes, no, I think she'll be fine. I was 15 years old! I was 15! It was the worst. I'm still mad about it all these years later. My brother is 6 feet. I think 6 feet even. And I am 5'4", and my dad's entire side of the family, which is like over 5 girls. I don't want to give the specific info, but he has over 5 sisters. None of them are under 5'10". My dad's entire side of the family is almost 6 foot, and I'm 5'5". It makes me so mad. Younger siblings literally need to be shorter. They do! They do! So look at Nessa's hair. Look at how pretty it is. Don't ask me how her hair does this, like, gets darker in the center, because her hair is not actually made out of water, despite what it looks like. Her hair is just colored like that. But somehow it also has, like, semi-translucent properties where it gets really dark in the center like a gemstone because it looks cool. Next question. Exactly. You want to know what my favorite little thing about Nessa's outfit is? Oh, her new name is Tide, by the way. It went from Sonar to Tide, which I think Tide is a much better magical girl name. Sonar is just so militaristic, so clinical. But look at her skirt. Look at her skirt. Do you know what the name of this skirt is? Sonar gives you ship vibes. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, like sonar from a ship. Your younger sibling is the exact same height as you. So many people in your family, though, are over 6 foot. Ah! Isn't it the worst to be like, yeah, you'll probably be like 6 feet, because that's what the rest of the family is. And then you end up not being 6 feet. You know how much it hurts. So this skirt that I've given her is called a high-low skirt. Get it? Because she's water. So in the front it's high tide, and in the back it's low tide. But Sonar's favorite kind of sandwich is a sub. Ayo! Tillis, the skirt is called. Oh no, it's okay. I just went ahead with it. I remembered, but like not too much. Yeah, her outfit's very fun. Sub sandwich. Yeah, I love subs. I like sandwiches anywhere except for home. Like, I like sandwiches. I like going out and getting sandwiches, but I despise eating any kind of sandwich I can make at home. I don't know if it's because we get bad meat or bad bread or bad cheese or all three, but sandwiches at home are so disappointing. I don't know, it's so bad. Oh, no, thankful for not being tall. Ah, you know what? Works out sometimes. It might be the bread. It might be the bread. I think I don't like sliced bread very much. But the problem is I also will like eat stuff on a bagel. I'd pick a bagel over it, but I still don't like bagels all that much. Because bagels have this taste about them that is distinctly not bread. Like it's bread, but you can tell it's not, like you can tell it's a bagel. It has a taste to it. You haven't had sandwiches in a long time because you started exclusively buying bread that has seeds. Oh my god, yeah. The only bread we have in my house is wheat bread. But like, I don't like Wonder Bread either. I think I need like super thick bread with like a lot of crust, you know? I don't like how easy it is to eat sandwiches made with sliced bread, I think is my problem. I need to fight with the bread a little bit. Oh my god, have you ever had a sandwich at Panera that uses the ciabatta bread? Because that bread is like having a tug of war match in your fucking mouth. It's so tough. And I love it. It's so good. You only get a ham and cheese sandwich from home and everything else is like, no, you want to go to Subway? Yeah, exactly. Home sandwiches are just so bad and disappointing. Buttermilk or potato breads have become my go-to options. Ooh, buttermilk or potato. Man, the tough breads are such a battle. Yeah. I love Panera sandwiches, honestly. So I get the bacon turkey Bravo, but then I tear it apart. I take out all the ingredients and I only... Sorry to my sandwich fans. Part of the reason why I don't like sandwiches is because I don't like lettuce. I don't like tomatoes. I don't like pickles. I don't like olives on my sandwich. I don't think you put olives on your sandwich. I don't really like onions. There's no sandwich topping that I actually like on my sandwich. What are my opinions on burgers? I don't like cheeseburgers. I hate cheeseburgers. I'll get a burger. If it's thick, I want it well done. I don't like medium rare. Like, I don't like any pink in it. And I just want ketchup on it. Described your entire Subway order. Oh my god, yeah, no wait, you want to know my Subway order? It's really pathetic. I'm so picky as an eater. So what I do is I get a 6-inch turkey. 6-inch turkey on Italian. I have them put provolone cheese on it. Then I get olives. And I get cucumber. And then I get the sandwich. I take it over, I eat the middles out of the cucumbers and put them away, and I eat the olives off the sandwich, I close it back up, and I just have a bread, meat, and cheese sandwich. Look, it's good! Sometimes you don't need any more. I really hate the, like, the outsides of cucumbers, the skin. The skin is so tough and like it's so hard to chew. It feels like it doesn't chew at all, you know? Like something about it, it just doesn't want to like break. You could just order the sandwich without extras, but no, you have to go so you can eat it by... Yeah, well, to be fair, I want to get some vegetables in. You peel your cucumbers before you put them on anything. Yeah, me too. I'll just eat cucumbers straight up mostly. But yeah, no, I always peel them. I hate cucumber skin is the worst. To be fair though, I do like having a little bit of the like vinegar that the olives, you know, the olives have, olive juice or whatever. I do like having a little bit of that flavor on the bread. So I always get a little sad when they don't put the olives on the bread side because it's like it absorbs some of it and it does add a little bit of flavor. Doesn't taste very good, but you don't hate it enough to bother peeling your cucumbers. That's fair. I guess they don't really have a taste, but you know, the reason why I don't like cucumber skins is the same reason why I don't like lettuce. Those fuckers don't know how to be chewed properly. When I chew my food, I want it to actually chew, right? Well, apparently, lettuce and cucumber skins disagree with me on that. That's so far. You like onion flavor, but you can't stand eating onions. Yeah! No, I'm the same way. I don't want to eat like full onions. I'll pick around it in like my spaghetti sauce and whatnot. But I like the onion taste. I just maybe want them to like grate the onions in or something. That way I can eat the onions without having to chew them. It's a texture thing, I think. I don't like... Yeah. Maybe my thing is I kind of just like having like... I don't like mixing my crunchy materials with my non-crunchy materials, maybe is the thing. Onion powder. Onion powder. Oh, yeah. Instead of picking the onions out, but you need to add onion or it doesn't taste as good. Yeah! Grated onions are horrible because then you get too much onion. Ah, okay. You can kind of tell I don't really cook ever because I don't know how shit works. No one in my family does cook sometimes, but like they barely did when I was a kid. They do a lot more now, but not when I was a kid. Onion powder's good. Garlic salt's good. I like garlic salt. Right, we are talking about characters, aren't we? We're about to talk about the most interesting character of them all. Gloria! So Gloria's really fun. She is the character that Tammy saw that made her go, oh fuck, I gotta get this girl into my comic. She's so pretty. And she like took her likeness, put her in the comic, accidentally cursed everyone. So Gloria doesn't have a personality. She doesn't like know what she's supposed to be. Garlic salt on butter bread, put it under the broiler. Ooh, garlic bread. You learned to cook as a kid because you got tired of your dad making frozen meals. See, my problem is that's what my family does, but then like I don't like cooking either, so I don't ever cook. This is why I'm so unhealthy. No one in my family likes cooking. Was one of the good cooking tips. I appreciate that. My problem is you need to peel me away from the laptop or from my laptop with a spatula. I refuse to stop working. That's my problem. Gloria's fun. Gloria's so fun. She's so like, she's got the most interesting arc, and I'm excited to write about her because like, I feel like I'm kind of a discovery writer. I like to write and figure out the characters as I go. I'm so excited to figure out more about her because her arc is gonna be so fun. She's definitely going rogue. There's no way she's actually joining the team. she's way too upset with her situation for that. She's so fun. She's like this really quiet, laid back, reserved girl who under normal circumstances would generally be very pleasant. But when it's combined with extreme distress and confusion and being stuck in a situation that she had no choice about that literally removed her memory, she goes down a pretty dark path. She is definitely, I don't exactly know how, but she definitely has some sort of connection with Oro, the main villain of the series. Not in that like she's related to him or anything, or like she's part alien or anything. I just think that like at some point they're going to like get close, like have a close relationship. Not romantic, but like partners or something. I'm figuring it out. I'm still figuring it out. There's a lot about the late stage of the book that like I have ideas about, but I just don't know how it's gonna happen yet. Partners in crime. See, that's the thing. I don't know if she's gonna like actually try and... I just realized that the ears do droop when I make this face. Besties. Yeah, they're besties. She's like, oh god, I'm so excited for her. Book. Hi, it's me. Oh no, don't tomato me. Look, I don't know how anyone is supposed to get anything done with VTuber models. They are just so delightful. Hello, I'm awesome. Oh, thank you. You know who else is awesome? Gloria's magical girl form. If she did join the team, she could be a spy for the main villain. That's true. You're like a kid playing around. It's so fun. Face tracking is so fun. I'm an anime girl. It's so good. All of the mods are awesome too. Oh, yeah. Thank you to the mods for watching and helping keep the chat safe. Won't do anything if those hackers get a hold of my account, though. I don't know if you're going to be able to actually, like, stop me from talking if they take it over, but... They would have to work quick, because we're almost done. Scissors, perfect for cutting yourself from the Team A! You know, my favorite idea about, Gloria's scissors. So her magical girl form is called Warp, as in, like, time warp. It was really hard to find a good, like, time-related name that wasn't just the word time. Warp is the closest I could get. It's not great, but it'll do. So her scissors, the way I think of it is they operate like the hands of a clock. So like when she opens it, they kind of go tick, tick, tick. And then when she snaps them back together, it does stuff with time. I don't know if they have to have their weapons out or if that's just like a thing. I just like really like to imagine a fight scene where she uses the scissors as the hands of a clock and they like help her powers. Chron or Chrono. See, the thing about that is Chrono is 2 syllables. I did consider something like that, but I was trying to limit to 1 syllable. But yeah, I like it. I like the name, but I am trying to keep them like short and memorable is the thing. Chronos is fun, just unfortunately not quite right for the team, since the rest of the team has all like regular words, you know, warp, tide, gale, volt. She time warped your letters. Oh fuck, you got fucking warped, ayo! So I think it's pretty obvious when you look at her stockings. Oi, don't bonk me! So when you look at her stockings, it's pretty obvious that she is like heavily inspired by Alice in Wonderland. Like her stockings are, you know, the mismatched patterns that you often see associated with Alice in Wonderland. The watch is kind of like the rabbit, and the cape and the Victorian style outfit, very Alice in Wonderland. I got to work my Alice in Wonderland reference into it. Yippee! I'm happy if I can work a character into having an Alice in Wonderland aesthetic in my comic. God, I gotta do that with Power Pills. I don't think it would really fit in the Power Pills world, but God, I gotta try. You know what? I should do a drawing with Mary as Alice. And like all the other characters as Matt, or Alice in Wonderland characters. Caleb would be the White Rabbit, obviously. Dan would be the Cheshire Cat. Tate, probably the Mad Hatter. You haven't met her yet, but the last Pill member would probably be the Red Queen. Lightbringer would be the King of Hearts, so the King and Queen of Hearts, because they're always fighting. She's late for a very important date, but she doesn't remember what it is. Yeah! Lightbringer is definitely... That's true! Although the cat thing, I feel like it's... You can't separate the cat from Dan, right? Ooh, let's see. Who's left? Oh my god, the next member in Civil can be Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And Christy, I guess that leaves Christy as the caterpillar? I guess that makes sense. I guess it fits her personality. Shows up to randomly manipulate from the background, never knowing his true intentions. That's true! Oh god, I love Alice in Wonderland. One of these days I'll make like a proper Alice in Wonderland story or something. Who knows? I don't know. It's my favorite. So that was Gloria. She's really fun. I don't have too much to say about her. And finally, we have this guy. Oro. Prince Oro. That's right. He's a prince. His name means gold, but his color is actually indigo. But like, you can see all the gold on him. Prince. Yeah, so he is an alien. He is pretty heavily inspired by Quiche from Tokyo Mew Mew. He's, you know, that sort of like floating, ever-present, always watching alien type who shows up and is technically like under the command of someone else, you know? But like, in reality, he is, you know, the only villain. I don't plan on introducing more than just him, otherwise things are gonna get too complicated. There are already 6 main characters, we don't really need more. 7 if you include Oro. So he is an alien from a very high-tech world Didn't you get him as an adoptable? I did not. However, after I made his design, my comic assistant decided that his design was the best thing ever and specifically commissioned me to make a look-alike design. So there are technically 2 Oros out there. There's Oro and then there's Oro 2.0. Yeah, that was a design I made and it rules. It does! I am glad that he asked me to make the design instead of just like making the design himself, you know? So I was able to make it as distinct as I felt comfortable with. So that's fun. I like Oro. Oro's got weird anglerfish antenna on top of his head and a tail and big long talons. Oro and Ore. I don't know what name he went with. I don't remember. Oro and Oreo. AOL! So Oro is like a conquering race of aliens. They go out and they take over planets and they move their citizens into those planets. You know how conquering works. Humans have done a lot of it. So they're coming in and they're trying to take over the Earth, except, Oro is the one, trying to run the operation. He has been sent on a solo mission from his father because humans are supposed to be super easy because we haven't even figured out long-distance space travel yet. The type of planets that they colonize tend to be way more powerful than humanity is. And they're a much bigger threat. Like, all he has to do is, like, dodge a couple nuclear missiles, and, like, what are we gonna do after that? Nothing. We don't have anything else. Did I put a bell on him? I did! I got that from Chat Noir. That's a miraculous ladybug. Yeah. So here's a fun thing about him. Oro is like, so that bell of his actually can store. So you remember at the end of the fight when Tammy like put her head against the emotion that she took out of Gloria and released it into the world? His bell. We could put a bell on him because he was killing too many magical girls. Please. His bell has the ability to take those released emotions out of the air and store them inside the bell. And if he like rings the bell enough times, it will power up and release emotion into the world. And like, it'll go and infect someone else. So he could, at any point, unleash like 20 different spirits on the magical girls at the same time. And he's kind of saving them up for a big major event. Because he has to take over the world, but the magical girls are preventing him from doing that. So he has to make sure that he can, you know, take the magical girls out in one fell swoop and take over the world. So that's like his thing. Remember to put a bell on your Catboy in order to preserve your local magical girls. Good idea! Though the most exciting thing about Oro is if you think about it long enough, well, the magical girls are fictional. What is Oro going to do when he finds out he technically isn't real? Like, if they break the curse, he might just disappear forever. Oro is so fucked up, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about his character arc. Woo, boy, he's gonna need so much therapy. Non-existent man. Yeah! He's so fun. He's so fun. He's so fun. I'm so excited about Oro. Oro is like the character who is pushing me through the pre-production because I'm like, I need to tell this man's story arc. He's so good. Seriously though, you love watching alien conquerors come face to face with persistence predators for the first time. It's possible, although I kind of imagine that they're pretty similar to humans in physiology since, you know, similar body. The only difference is like, he's a kimono Mimi. Like I feel like he would probably also technically be a persistence predator. So that's all the characters. I had this slideshow. Before we go, I kind of want to show people what other stuff I've been working on lately. So, Escapist fiction, right? I've been trying to get it out of pre-production and into post-production. Not post-production, what's the term? Post-production's like finishing it up. Actual production. So I've been doing a lot of art style tests. So here's my first one that I did for testing out the art style of the comic. So here's a fun thing that I'm gonna do. Actual production, yeah! Oh, it's easy, just knock them out a few times and you win. It certainly won't last long. Yeah, no, they put up a pretty good fight. Although he doesn't really do much fighting. They're pretty sure that he's the reason why spirits appear. It's like a 50-50 between Oro being the person who gives the spirits to humans versus like human emotion just welling up inside of a person and bursting out occasionally. You know, it's like 50-50. They haven't quite decided, but he's probably behind him. So here's the art style test. Here's a fun thing I plan on doing. Imagine it's both. It could be. What if he plants like little parasites in their heads and the little parasites like make their emotions worse slowly over time and he like released a bunch of them onto the earth? Ooh, wait. Me thinking about redoing stuff, that could be cool. It could be. It could be. He doesn't really do much else to take over the earth other than appear when the magical girls beat a spirit, so... So here's the art style test. The fun thing about escapist fiction that I'm planning on doing is I'm going to change art styles from the start of the comic to when the curse happens. So at the start of the comic, it's just gonna be my normal art style, like for Power Pills. But then after the curse happens, it shifts ever so slightly and becomes this sort of like mix of my normal style and like an anime art style, which would be Tammy's art, obviously, since it's her comic being brought to life and she's a big fan of manga, so she draws like a manga artist. So that's gonna be really exciting. It's a really subtle change that I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people will pick up on it, but I don't know if they'll realize that I did it on purpose and not just because I wanted to change my art style, you know? It is planned. So this is the art style test. Funnily enough, this is an actual panel from the comic, but it would be made in my normal art style because the curse hasn't happened yet. What if he just becomes an online influencer after all? There's nothing better to get emotions than riling up social media. That's true. I don't know how big of a role social media will play in the comic. I think it's kind of fun to like go back to a time before everyone was posting on social media for comics, you know? Makes it kind of feel a bit more magical, I guess. I'm sure they do have like social media though. They just don't post on it very often. And then I was working on this last night. Ta-da! I was making a color palette. So here's the thing, right? These are magical girls forced into the real world, technically. Like, that's what's going on with them. So I was thinking it would be really cool if the color palette of the comic was super cohesive with each other, but the magical girls didn't have colors that followed the color palette. So they're like super, they stand out like a lot because they're not real. Everything else is real, but the magical girls are not. Oh god, wouldn't it be so cool and jarring to do that? Also, it would make it so that no matter what color from this palette I used, the characters would stand out from the background. So like, here's a sample of, I did like the test palette. I love art, me too! Here's a palette test I did. Ta-da! So, here we have the background palette that I made. And then we have Tammy with her normal art, or her normal colors on the right. And then Tammy using the colors that I have reserved for background characters on the left. So you can really see the effect here. She looks like she's glowing because she's so much brighter and more colorful than the rest of the world, because the rest of the world is real and she's not. Isn't it so cool? I'm so excited about this freaking comic! I'm gonna put so much symbolism and actually care about it, and it's gonna be so much better than my current comic, because I have so much I need to prove about how much better I've gotten at comics in the past, like, 10 years. Fighting. I love art reinforcing storytelling, but thank you! I'm so excited! And that way, when she goes to, like, you know, a place where magic is happening, you know, I can make it feel really ominous and, like, tell that there's something happening, because the background can change to a brighter, more energized palette too. Like, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh my god, it's been 4 fucking hours. I think I need to stop. So yeah, that's Escapist fiction. I'm working on it. We're about to head into the beta reader stage. I've got people signing up for beta reader positions right now. So I'm gonna do the 3 episodes. You were gonna do? Me too! I'm trying to get this comic out! So I'm gonna have people, like, how does being a beta reader work? So I'm gonna split the beta readers into 3 categories. There's gonna be first pass. Yes, I sent one in the beta reader for Power Pills chat, and then I sent one in the guest artist for Power Pills chat. So like, if you've already worked on Power Pills, you've been invited. Cause I didn't want to like sort through and reject people, so like, I sent it out to a limited number of people so I don't have to like limit myself. So the way it works is I'm gonna do a first pass of editing, a second pass of editing, and a third pass of editing. Beta readers are going to be so the first pass will be like very little to no editing, like nothing from me. I'm gonna send it to people and I'm gonna give them a form asking like, so are there any parts that you found were too fast? Were there any parts that were too slow? Did you find yourself getting bored at any point? Was a character acting in a really inconsistent way at a certain point? You know, like asking a bunch of leading questions so that people who, you know, don't know much about, hello, I am describing how beta readers work. So like, rather than having to be a stellar editor who knows exactly what editing is, I am asking you guys how you felt while reading the comic script. So, beta readers are like test audiences for books. What beta readers are people who are not editors, but they are reading the comic to make sure that it's enjoyable to read. So it's like an editor, but you don't need as much experience with it because you're just telling me how you felt while reading it. It's like a game tester. Yeah. Basically beta builds. Yeah, exactly. So like I'll send out a Google form saying, was anything too slow? Was anything too fast? Were you bored ever? Were you really excited ever? Was a character acting inconsistent? Did you like it, you know, like things like that, so that people can like fill it out and answer it. And then once the first pass editors are done, I'm gonna try and divide everyone up into even points. That's a smart idea. Yeah, it's actually really common for writers. It's like a big thing. Even professional writers who have editors will do this because it's important to do like research to make sure that the audience actually enjoys the stuff you're making. I used to do it for Power Pills, but then I kind of realized that Power Pills is already so bad. Not like bad, but like I've done so many bad things with Power Pills that it's basically unfixable at this point. So like, I'm just gonna do what's fun for me. So I stopped doing beta reading stuff. Plus, sometimes it's really hard to get editing done on time. And so like, I'm literally editing as I'm working on the comic. But Escapist fiction, I'm letting myself take my time with it, so I want to make sure that it's really good. So there are 3 passes. There's the first pass, which is barely any editing. Once all of the beta readers get their forms in, or like enough get them in, I'm probably gonna set like a 2-week deadline or something. Maybe even a 1-week deadline, because I really want to start working as fast as possible. I will go back. Oh, hydrate. Okay. Hydration taken. You rewrote a recent scene of Death Speaker right as you hit it because somehow the script didn't match the version in your head. That's such a mood. I'm always like seat of my pantsing everything with Power Pills, if I'm being honest. I'm like that gif of Wallace, or no, it's Gromit, of Gromit in the minecart laying down the track as it's going. Like, that's how I make Power Pills. The schedule is so strict and so fast, I can barely keep up most of the time. But let's see. So, right. The comic, after the first beta readers, I'll go in and I'll edit it. If there is like a recurring scene that keeps showing up, I will put the most focus on that and I'll fix that. And then every other suggestion, it'll be a case-by-case basis where I'll read through and I'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't really like this scene, or oh yeah, I liked it, I'm keeping it that way. And then for the second pass, I'll probably add those scenes that like I decided not to change, just to be like, so what did you think of this scene? Does it need to be changed or whatever? Because the reason why I'm getting a lot of beta readers is I don't want to tailor my comic to one specific person, you know? Like, if a majority of people like something, but one person doesn't, I don't need to change it for one person, you know? So fair. Yeah, so I'm getting a big group, and then I'm weighing everyone's opinions against each other and figuring it out from there. So the second pass will kind of get the somewhat better one. I'll have more direct questions and I'll be able to ask them specifically. And then, you know, they'll do the similar critiques to the first one. And then when I get those back, I'll make those edits, but hopefully I'll have significantly less edits to do. And then I will take them to the third beta readers. I'll ask all of the same questions, but the most important thing is that the final pass beta readers can understand what is happening in the comic. The most important thing is, even after all of the editing, everything still makes sense to a new reader. Because, like, obviously I'm going to explain stuff to the beta readers. So I need to make sure that nobody's like, huh? What happened? You know? Oh, smart. Yeah, so that's like the main focus. So I guess if you want to talk about it, first pass beta readers, main focus is the comic enjoyable. Beta readers' second focus, can you confirm or deny the critiques from the first one? Or like, did I do a good job of fixing those? Third pass beta readers, will this make sense to people now that it has had so many eyes on it? Like, do I need to go back and change things because I changed it too much or whatever? You know, like that's how it's gonna work. And then once the final pass beta readers have their say, I'll go in, I'll make any like small adjustments that I can. Like with each beta reader group, the plan is to make it smaller and smaller and smaller changes. So by the time the final beta reader group gets it, I'll have to make like maybe 1 or 2 changes. And then it's ready to start production and I will actually like start drawing out the pages, you know? So that's what beta readers do. They're like editors, but you don't need as much editing expertise because I will be directly asking you what I want critiqued. Like you'll be able to just tell me how you felt because everyone feels a certain way when they read comics, you know? Like you don't need to be an editor to tell me how you felt while reading it. So yeah, that's the plan. That's everything I wanted to say about escapist fiction. We've been going for almost 4 hours now, so I think it's probably time we find someone to raid. Let me see. Is anyone currently live right now? I had so much fun. I had so much fun with this. I want to do more stuff like this in the future. I think that, you know, sorry, I'm checking to see if anyone I know is currently live right now, because no one I know is currently live right now. And you know me, I have social anxiety. I can't just raid a random person because I don't join the raiding party, and I feel bad when I raid and then don't participate in the chat because I shut my computer off as soon as the stream is done because I'm super sweaty and want to leave the room. I'm glad. Yeah! No, I'm looking forward to the comic. It's so close to being ready to be made. So I'm doing it in batches of 6. So I'm gonna have a 6 season run. So I'll make the entirety of the first season, or at least make enough that I know that if I keep the current schedule up, I will not run out of pages until season 1 is finished. And then, for season 2, I will be writing it as season 1 is being posted. I will be editing it as season 1 is being posted. And then once season 1 is over, I will put the comic on hiatus as long as it takes for me to build up that buffer for season 2 again. And then we'll repeat the process 6 times because I have 6 seasons planned out for the comic. I don't like the term seasons because it doesn't really fit the actual term for season in terms of like TV production. I guess technically seasons are like how much you can do in one production cycle, but like, eh. But yeah, no, I would like to do more stuff where I just talk about stuff that I like. Books, yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna be. They might not fit into books, is the thing. My thing is like, will it fit into books or will it not? I don't know. I want to leave the door open to being able to like change the book length if I want to. Volumes. Those would be long volumes. No, it's okay. Seasons isn't like a great word, but it's a term that people on Webtoon will understand since it's what Webtoon readers, you know, Webtoon original comics do. But yeah, no, so I guess if no one I know is currently live, then there's really no point in raiding. I gotta follow the rest of the people that like ramble is friends with, because I don't do that, and I really should, because then I'd have more people I can raid. They don't show up on my raid list because I'm not following them. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal of the series. I'm really, 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 really excited to work on it. I hope you guys like it. I do want to do more streams where I just talk about stuff I'm passionate about, and I want to do a lot more focus on webcomics. I don't know why webcomics, like, I tried to avoid talking about webcomics on streams for so long. I think it's because I thought that I was only allowed to talk about my comics, and I didn't want my comics to be required reading for watching my streams. But there's nothing stopping me from talking about, like I recently read Space Boy, and there's so much to talk about in that comic. Why can't I just take a stream where I just talk about Space Boy for 3 hours straight? I could do it. Space Boy is so good! I'm gonna bite drywall! You can do anything you want forever. Yeah, and then I'd also be setting myself into like an actual niche rather than just being a variety streamer, which everyone is. I could be the webcomic fan streamer, and then I'd have a much smaller niche with a lot less competition. I don't know why I didn't do this before. You bawled your eyes out and laughed your lungs out. It's so good. It's so good. I want it to be over so that I can binge read it from the beginning and just have the ending. I want to know how it ends so bad. I hate being left on the cliffhangers because I'm so invested in the story. like binge reading finished comics. That's my thing. Be sure to examine the flavor of the drywall. It's dry. The name would be fitting if you did become known as a comic streamer. That's true. It would be. It would be. I do want to talk about comics more. Fuck, it's dry. It's dry. The thing too is like it takes a lot of time to prep streams where I talk about this, but if I like have a list of things I want to talk about and just make like a quick PowerPoint like I did here, I could just talk about whatever, but I still wouldn't be able to do it every week because I have 2 webcomics and a YouTube series I'm trying to work on right now. Until I can actually afford to hire someone to make the PowerPoints for me, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do more than like a couple a month, maybe even just 1 a month. Good luck. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's escapist fiction. That's what I've been working on. That is the only thing that's been swirling around in my head. Like, if you guys have ever noticed how hard it is to talk to me because I just don't talk to people, it's because the only thing that's inside my brain at any point is thinking about my comics, thinking about what I plan on doing with my comics, and thinking about what the best part or what best way of promoting my comics is. It takes a lot out of you, and I haven't like gotten invested in a fandom in so many years because comics take so much work. I'm so boring as a person. Do you want to talk about power pills? Because that's the only thing I can talk about. Book's brain is only comics. Yeah! God, what a mood if you're not thinking about, oh, sees there's something wrong. Exactly! I'm always just thinking about comics and streaming now. I also think about streaming a lot. Ugh! I feel like sometimes I'm really annoying to like be in a Discord chat when you're not a fan of my comics or whatever, because it's like I only come in here to be like, OMG, look at this news! This is gonna be so great for me posting my stuff online! Like, could you please talk about something normal? Even when you're hyperfixating on fandom stuff, you're thinking about your OCs. True, though! OCs are so much more fun. Kind of cute, not gonna lie. Aw. I do the analysis. I like the analysis of stuff. It's kind of fun to be like, whoa, she's doing good, yeah! I love when a website announces a change and it's perfect for what I want to do on the website and will help me out so much. Like, the thing I remember recently is finding a VTuber who, like, fits my exact niche and has my niche demographic, and the only thing I could think about for the next, like, 3 hours is, how the fuck do I do that? I had no answer, by the way. I didn't come up with anything. I have a one-track mind, man. Okay. We're ending for real. Oh, it's 7 o'clock now. Maybe someone has started streaming. You know who likes to start streaming at 7 is Hani. Hani, go live so I can raid you. No. Okay, never mind. We actually gotta end. Okay, I'm gonna cut myself off here. We'll be... Oh, right! My anniversary stream is on Tuesday! I'm gonna... He did it. I don't know if he actually streams on Sundays, does he? I don't know. There have been so many times when I've ended a stream and then Hani starts like 2 minutes after I end. He's taking a break right now because of work. Oh yeah. No, I don't want to be like, hey, you need to stream. But he should start. I feel it in my brain where I think things. I feel like there was something I wanted to say, but I forgot it. Oh, right, I was talking about the anniversary stream. So I'm thinking I might just do like a collection of clips and we'll do a watch. Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I rate a person who's offline? Holy shit, wait, we're gonna rate him. Wait, I want to do that so bad. What's his username? But yeah, so anniversary stream, on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we will do the anniversary stream. And I think I'm just gonna like react to a bunch of old clips of mine. I think, probably, because like, you know, it's good to look back on your past. We might not do that though. It depends on whether or not I decide I have time to collect all the clips. You know how it is. But yeah, so that's my plan. So hopefully I will see you guys then. It'll be really fun to look back, because I've told you guys know how much I've changed as a streamer, right? Like the amount of confidence I got, I sounded like a different person in the old streams. You could always just scroll through Discord and just pick random ones. That's true. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, oh, it took me a really long time to figure out what you meant by that. I was still thinking about rating. I could do that, that's true. Oh no, I don't think it's gonna let me. It says no results found. Unless I can. Let's go! It's working! Okay, I'll see you guys on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. I don't know how long we're gonna go. We're gonna end whenever we want to end. All right, someone take a screenshot and send it to Hani, please. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wait, raid message. Sneaky raid! Sneaky raid! That's the raid message. Sneaky raid! Okay, okay. Goodbye, everyone! Goodbye! I gotta send you now or we're gonna run out of time to raid. Goodbye! Okay, time to get the end credits up. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.